Oh, hello. Oh, my mic was unmuted. Now you know, before I start the stream, I sit in absolute silence. It's frog time. That's fucked up. I mean, you know I stream in the dark, right? Like, I stream in the pitch black dark. Like, I can't really see anything, but the monitor is the only light in my room. Will I be adding a stop motion little puppet? I would love to. I would love a little freak little stop motion puppet. How's the wife and kids? Well, I mean, my kids are at my wife's house right now, so I don't know how they're doing. They're probably doing okay. Update the follower animation with a fresh BB. No, I'm not divorced. They're just at my wife's house. My kids are just at my wife's house. I'm not divorced. I don't know if I want to put the fresh BB in the thing, in the alert. We'll see. I'll think about it. Thank you. Oh, I need to, okay. Sorry, hold on. I'm coughing everywhere. I'm coughing everywhere. She knows my wife. Why wouldn't she? Why wouldn't she? Did I finish the Outer Wilds DLC? No. I was gonna play it today, but I don't think I can play it today. My brain's totally fried, so I don't think I can solve puzzles today. I want to play Death Stranding again before Death Stranding 2 comes out. Oh my god. The trailer for Death Stranding 2 is so fucking good. Oh my god, it's so good. No notes. So good. I just drown out. I am a let people enjoy things Kojima person. I'm like, whatever he just is putting out, I'm eating it. I'm slopping it up. The trailer kept ending. It was like more trailer. Yeah, that was perfect. I love that. I love that. It was so good. Does your wife know your kids are at your house or in the walls? We're doing Q&A later, so you can ask that in the Q&A. You know, I'm not going to give it away real quick. I have kids? I mean, I don't know if I have kids or not. I've explained this before. I deluded myself to the point where, like, I think I have kids. Because, like, all my coworkers who have kids have, like, really great work-life balance. And so I just pretended I had a kid, but, like, the downside is if I actually had a kid, I wouldn't know if they're real or not. Like, if you have a friend, or you know a friend of a friend, or you have a coworker who, like, all of a sudden has a kid, like, they're like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't go out, I got a kid. Or like, I gotta go home. Hey, can you pick this up for me? I gotta go pick up my kid. Or, you know, like, hey, can you finish up this report? Sorry, I gotta go. My kid, he's got soccer practice. He hates waiting. She hates waiting. Ghetto #1 dad mug. That's a fucking awesome idea. You asked if I actually had a kid? I mean, I do. I mean, that's why I have to go sometimes. That's why I have to, like, cut the stream short today, because my kid, I told my kid I help him with homework, so. Dude, they work kids so hard these days. It's crazy. Like, they give kids so much homework nowadays. Do you need to tell everyone at work you have kids and a lot of uncles that you need to go to funerals for? No, I don't do that. I didn't fix anyone's iPad. You're a school teacher? Thank you for your service. Homework actually did teach me that I need to be, if I don't get it done at school, I can do it at home, which is bad. But I've been adopting Jams's, like, productivity method of, like, role-playing that you're back in school. It's working really well. I think it's working a little too well. So the productivity method is that you imagine your schedule like you're going to school, like you're forced to go to school, and then there's a bell that rings like every hour. I don't have the bell, but I do, like, kind of think, like, I have, like, homework and stuff, and, like, I bought legal pads, and, like, I gotta, like, write shit out. I might, like, do a book report just for fun. Like, I might write a book report on college ruled paper or something. I think that would be mentally pretty good for me. 99% of your homework is completed an hour before it's turned in. I thought I would do that sometimes too, and that just sets such a bad habit for, like, everything else. Oh, hey, it's Lee. Thank you for the raid. I was gonna say $7 for some reason. Thank you. Welcome. I am doing a Q&A stream, but we're just talking right now. I was gonna play the Outer Wilds today. Oh, I should say this up front. I was planning to play the Outer Wilds today, but my brain's too fried. So, we're just gonna do Q&A. I'm gonna set up a channel point reward where you can submit it, and then we'll go from there. Did you pin that? Are people coming here for the Outer Wilds? I don't think so. Maybe just a few people. Is that baby gonna get an upgrade? You know, you are the third person to ask me that today. So I would say no. Not because people ask me, but I don't have plans to upgrade that right now. You mentioned it enough? Well, I mean, here's the thing. Okay, here's my actual thought process on the schedule. I want to build a stream schedule where the expectation between myself and the viewer is I have no schedule and it can change. And I think it's working out really well. Like, no one's asking me for an actual schedule, and I'll like go live, and I swear people don't really remember what I say the day before. And I think that to me feels like pretty free. Like, I don't wake up and I'm like, I gotta make a schedule. Because that shit is like actually going to school. That shit is actually like going to school. When people are like, oh, I'm sorry the schedule's late. I'm like, who are you apologizing to? Your boss? You're doing Amazon training right now? Which one? Tell me, which module? It's proven by science that scheduled streaming is the best way to grow your CCV. Well, when they point the fucking content Hubble telescope on my screen, they're gonna see like 9 light years worth of black space. Accountability to myself. I'm so mentally mean to myself that I don't need an accountability mechanism to be like, why are you not streaming consistently? Also, Drew, I am like implicitly establishing the schedule because I don't do well by like explicitly saying things, because I know if I do that, the dopamine receptors in my head will just be like, oh, so you like, if I make a schedule, my head will think, oh, you adhered to the schedule. Like you can be rewarded to adhere to the schedule. Whereas if I technically have a schedule, but I can't ever say what it is for real, otherwise I will stop doing it. Like, I just have to do it without telling anybody. Otherwise, I won't do it. Which weeknights at 8:30 p.m. do you stream? Not do I stream at 12, 8, or 6? Oh. I mean, 8:30 just happens. I mean, I wish I could stream earlier, but it just that's more like another issue. I'm not trying to flex. Like, I think this is not completely good. I think having a schedule is like good. Expectation of the window that I might stream. Yes, that is true. That is true. But what I'm saying is, like, I'm not posting a schedule on the internet. That's like new homework that like streamers post 2020 have invented. Like, the new streaming quote unquote like thing is you have to be like the graphic designer that makes your schedule. And that is tough, I think, for me. It's not a mythological creature. Like, it's JJ Signal had a great analogy because he's in another streamer's schedule, and I might steal this. I might actually steal this, where the streamer just forecasts when they're gonna stream. And he's like, oh, like today we have like a high chance of stream, or like Wednesday we don't have like a really great chance of streaming. And I'm like, that's like, I'm 50-50 on it. I'm like, that's a really good situation. I do think, okay, I will say one thing. I think it's good to pick one day that you're like, I am absolutely streaming. I think that's important. And then start with one and then vibe it out the rest of the week. I think that's like really good. Like the Wii channel. Here, let me show you guys a picture. I've been actually, maybe I can make a stream schedule right now. I guess I have to save this picture. Hold on. Here, let me show you how I want my schedule to look. I'm saying this now, but okay, the other funny thing is I have been thinking about making a schedule lately because of I have a need for one as of late. This is my face. You're seeing my face right now. Okay, do you guys know what these are? Do you guys know what these are? If you don't know what these are, you can't be in the chat. Like you're underage. Like you're aging yourself. You learned this in middle school, don't you? These are orbitals, yes. Yeah, these are atomic orbitals. This is a Rorschach test? And well, yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, they might not be teaching him this way because I think these orbitals are a little too LGBTQ coded, I guess, according to Florida or some shit. I don't know. That's gonna get clipped and I'm gonna get completely annihilated online. I don't know. I'm gonna stop saying shit like that. Ron DeSantis says we need more content. That is something he has said. That's a different thing. Okay. Look, these are atomic orbitals, and what they basically say is, okay, the balloons are represent the really, I guess really reductively, these are just basically probabilities in which the electron could exist. So these are just probability fields, right? It's like the electron might be in this funny red balloon or in this funny blue balloon or the funny green balloon, depending on the type of atom it is. This is how I want my schedule to look. I want it to look very fun and colorful and basically describe that everything is by chance. Give me the cliff notes. The cliff notes is that imagine an atom in your head, right? Imagine an atom and it's rotating, you know, and it has electrons and it's rotating around the core of the atom, the nucleus. Okay. That is wrong. That is not how that's not how electrons actually orbit a nucleus. And what actually happens is they're just like by chance in these air probability fields that they may or may not be there. Kind of, maybe. Who knows? Yeah, stream schedule where you saw. Yeah, I've thought about it. So yeah, stream schedule, that's just Schrodinger's equation. Oh, this is a great looking one. Hold on. This is a great chart. Hold on, this could actually be a schedule. Glad you didn't learn this. It looks complicated, but what I learned about this is because I eventually took higher level versions of this, which I don't remember any of it. I'm not saying that to sound smart. I'm just saying at one point in my life, I'm like, I want to learn more about this, and I'm like, this shit's way too hard. A lot of this is kind of like simplified lore. Like, this is technically the Wikipedia summary in some way, because it like gets a little complicated. I don't know. Anyway, these are great pictures. Oh, there's a little equation there too. Yeah, I'm feeling this week, you see this third column here? I think that's how this week's schedule is gonna go. It's like an Uber driver. Yeah. If I can get surge pricing for stream demand. Dude, hold on. Let me back up. What if viewers could actually be charged a surge price for the stream? Where it's like, hey, if the streamer streams today, gift subs are actually going to be way more expensive because like you have to pay more for them to show up. And if the streamer says they're going to stream someday, gift subs might be on a discount. Wait, no, the streamer still makes money. The streamer still makes money because the days in which they actually stream on their schedule, the subs are either normal price or discounted. But if the streamer streams outside their schedule, and if they skipped a day, the subs are more expensive. And viewers should be able to buy into a stream in the sense of like, the streamer could be like, man, I really don't want to stream today. And then there's like some mechanism which someone PayPals them $300 and it's like, well, fuck, I guess I have to stream today. Otherwise they get banned. I don't know. Is that evil? Yeah, stream bounty. There you go. Guys, there used to be a, I remember this. There used to be a StarCraft bounty. There used to be a StarCraft bounty service that worked exactly like that. Where the community would fundraise, like a show match prize pool and be like, we want these two pro players to like play against each other. And then it actually raised quite a bit of money to do certain show matches because like it's a like that kind of, it kind of makes sense. But then the pro players were like, we don't want to do this because they would match players up who had insane drama with each other. They're like, oh, I want to watch Idra versus like some guy he just like said a slur to. Wouldn't it be funny to see like Idra play the guy he said a slur to? And then people are like, I don't want to play the guy who said a slur to me. That's terrible. I'm not taking your money. I don't know if he actually said anything. I'm just using an example. The wave function collapses when you actually schedule a stream. No, the wave function collapses if the stream happens. Like, on days you cancel stream, that just means in that universe. Crazy Legumes, thank you. Thank you for the raid, Crazy Legumes. Welcome. I'm talking about making a stream schedule that... I'm sure you're a streamer, right? Doesn't it suck to make a stream schedule because then you're like committed to maybe doing something that day? And unless you're a full-time streamer, like shit comes up or you don't feel like it. So I'm proposing a new type of schedule that is based on probabilities rather than like, guys, I'm gonna really be streaming Wednesday 8:30. What if you could say like, hey, there's like a probability function that I could be streaming on Wednesday. If you solve it, there might be a better chance that I'm streaming. But if I don't, that doesn't imply that I'm not streaming. It just means that I'm not streaming maybe in this universe. Like maybe there's a multiverse in which I am streaming. And you can't just be, you know, so I guess one, you know, you can't just be thinking about one possibility. You got to think about all of them. If you factor enough primes, you get a stream token. Yeah, by factoring primes, you mean dropping primes in the chat. That's my idea of factoring a prime. Yeah, I think, you know what? I'm saying it. I'm saying it. I think streamers are oppressed. Streamers are oppressed. I'm saying it. Because they're always beholden to their viewers. Puko, thank you for the raid. Thank you so much. Happy Death Stranding 2 Day. Yeah, we are, like, streamers are just so, I'm talking, okay, Puko, like, I'm sure you would understand this. Oh, actually, I don't know if you're the type of streamer to make a schedule, but I don't like making a schedule. Because I hate the commitment. Okay? And so, what I want to do is make a schedule that has a probability function to tell people, like, hey, possibly if I stream on this, I could possibly stream on this day, but me not streaming on this day isn't like a given, you know? It's like, it's a possibility. It's described by this wave function or probability sphere or something. You don't ever schedule stuff ever? You know what? I think all the coolest people, pure vibes. You want to, but you never get around to it. Today's 11-hour stream is entirely spur of the moment. That's why live streaming's beautiful, man. It's the most mindful form of content creation. It's like if you're a YouTuber, you're like so plugged into the algorithm machine. You're constantly like overthinking each shot. You have to think about the thumbnail. You're like min-maxing what you have to do. And if you're streaming, it's there's no algorithm. It's just raw pure video frames out into the fucking void. And if you're not there, it's like the moment's gone. Like, isn't that crazy? Like, you could be a VOD watcher, but it's not the same. Like the previous frame of content that you just watched, you had to be there. Like, that is something no one else in the world will ever experience again. Not even in the VOD. Sorry, VOD friends, but like, it's not the same. Like, this exact moment that we're in right now, the fact that you're here, you are getting, if anything, the most artisanal content right now. Like this will never happen again. Literally, this will never happen again. Like, this moment in time will never happen again. And you're here experiencing it. Like, when someone uploads a YouTube video, like, that can be experienced over and over and over and over and over again. But it does set up your FOMO. Well, like, the entire stream is FOMO. You gotta be there for the whole thing, then. So you have to be, you know, it's here, it's now. It's right here. See this? Does it all makes sense now. What's the StreamerSyn button? It pulls up a CinemaSins. It pulls up a thing that's like CinemaSins, if that makes sense. Yeah, like that. I like how Automod still caught that, but it still showed it on the screen. Automod put it, like, modded it in the chat, and they're like, this is bad, but then it just fucking broadcasted on the stream. Okay. What I mean is this is I want my stream to be like this. Does that make sense? What I'm trying to get at is I just want my stream to be like this. Okay? Tag yourself. Oh my, what's that trend going on Twitter, which is like, which face do you associate me with? And there's just like 9 different Ahegao faces. This is what I want to know what people associate me with. Which atomic orbital does my stream give off? .400? Well, they're labeled, you know. 411. I'm 400? 420. Ooh. 421 looks like a cell undergoing mitosis. Cells, yeah. .300. Hello, thank you for the raid. I'm sorry I have this picture of our atomic orbitals up. Hello, welcome. Light 3, thank you. Yes, oh wait, you accidentally got banned. You should be unbanned now. That was an accident. That was an accident. Thank you. I'm telling okay, you know what? Every streamer needs to look at this. Every streamer needs to see this because we're gonna take back our schedules from the viewers. We're gonna be presenting our schedules like this from now on. Which is to say, yeah, I'm gonna stream maybe on Tuesday if I feel like it. Like, there's a probability around that. And I'm sure there's like a predictable way to figure out if someone feels like streaming. Like, what if the weather's not great? What if you're like busy? But it's all like so many factors in the world. It's like almost random. So it might as well be a probability. Every streamer needs to ban raiders and act like a hydrogen wave function. I've been saying this. Stream coaches won't tell you this, but Oh, thank you for gifting that sub. Sudoku style stream. A streamer forecast? Yes, JJ Signal, it was a viewer in the chat, talked about that. Maybe it was someone stream in this chat, but there is a streamer I've heard of, I've never seen it, who treats their schedule like a weather forecast. They're like, yeah, there's like a 50% chance on Tuesday of stream with a 30% chance of gaming. Maybe we just need to make a template schedule like that. Maybe we just need to make a template schedule for people to do that. It's like stream possibility. I mean, I can. Hello? Test. Test. I just tried to go to studio mode and then it froze. Okay, I'm not going to try that again. Sad. Yeah, the possibilities are collapsing. I'm getting all the sound back up real quick. Okay, there we go. No, I don't have the knives on. I'm sorry, I don't have the knives on right now. Okay, I'm just gonna get into the... Okay, the universe is telling me I need to get into the actual channel point things. So I'm gonna enable a channel point reward where you can submit a question, but beware, it is only one question per stream unless I decide otherwise. Studio mode crash with NT. Oh, you know what? I think that might be the issue because it happened to me when I was testing too. But no big deal. No, I mean, if it's worth it. It's worth the few crashes. And also, the VOD should still be stitched together. Okay, let me see if this works correctly. Okay, there we go. Okay. Yes, you only get one question. Oh, I'm sorry. Some of the streamer sins might be not hooked up right now. Oh, okay, this wave function thing. This wave function thing is still here. Okay, I will start answering at 5 questions. And then maybe I can open up more. It's no big deal. It's not hard. I actually want to make, okay, I need to write this down. Make my schedule wave function. All right, we got 5 questions. I hope this works.
Hello from web.
Okay, cool. Hello from web. Hello, first caller. You're on Frog Time.
Do we really only get one question?
Maybe. Yes. Hold on. I need to... I'm trying to think of a good angle for this. This is fine. This is good. Okay. Thank you for your question. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Do we really only get one question?
I think you've already asked this. You've already asked this. You're the same caller, aren't you? What are you doing? You're the exact same caller. What is happening? You only get one question. Don't call back. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
What is the meaning of life?
Oh, really good question. And I'll give you a real answer. Big chillin' with the homies. I think that's actually I think that's like kind of a sincere answer. Thank you for your question. Next caller. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
What was the inspiration to become a VTuber?
Oh, to become a VTuber. Good question. I've always wanted an avatar to stream with, and so when VTubing technology came out, it was excellent. That it like really is that simple. There were other streamers who kind of were using VTuber tech, like on FaceRig, but FaceRig was never like really one-to-one to exactly what I needed, and I didn't really understand it at the time. But now all the tech is like really accessible and good. And I think especially when Live 2D became accessible to people, then they can make their own rigs. That was also a good time. Thank you for your question. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
If there were 2 guys on the moon, and one killed the other with a rock, how fucked up would that be?
Man, that'd be really messed up. I mean, is the other guy like a... I guess it'd be messed up to say, did the other guy deserve it? But, you know, sometimes in a situation, maybe it's like a moon war. But I guess a moon war would kind of be fucked up too, that we're on the moon and we're still fighting wars. Yeah, I think I would rate it as really fucked up. Thank you for your question. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
What did you work on for the esports Dream VN?
I made the whole thing. Sans the writing, and I programmed it. I programmed the whole thing. I didn't make the whole thing. I programmed the whole thing and released it on Steam. Releasing stuff on Steam is crazy. Everyone should be forced to release one game on Steam. Not because making a video game is good for you, but it's an insane process. One time I released a demo on Steam and I linked it. At the very end of the demo, I linked to itch.io, and Steam, the person who manually reviews your game, they manually review your game, said you can't have that link there. They said, hey, at the end of the game, referencing the very specific image at the end of the game, they're like, hey, at the end of the game, when these 2 people show up and there's a link, that can't be there. You can't link to another store. And I'm like, what the? I'm like, wait, you played through the whole thing? What? Okay. Thank you. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Do you like scary movies?
To be honest, not really. They're too scary for me. And I think because I think a lot about random things, I will be scared that something's actually there too often. But less so now, but I just like from when I'm younger, I just don't watch scary movies. Though does like Us count as a scary movie or like Get Out? I feel like they're more thriller. Those are like the last couple scary horror adjacent films that I've seen. I don't go out of my way to watch like a true scary horror movie, unfortunately. Thank you for your question. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
You ever trust a fart too much and pay for it with your pants?
Yeah, one time when I was really little. But never since then, because it was very traumatizing. I wouldn't say I trusted the fart too much, I just got a little arrogant, I guess. Thank you for your question, though. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
In a fight to the death with an equally matched opponent, would you choose a bat or a knife?
An equally matched opponent? I mean, I that's really scary. I think I would still choose a bat. Because the range. The range of a bat. Yeah, the range of the bat. I used to swing sticks around a lot, and so that would feel more comfortable. Like a knife, I don't have the close quarter combat skill to do a knife. It would suck. And then with the bat, in my opinion, if you get hit, you can kind of recover from that. You're like, oh, that hurt, but you can kind of keep going. With a knife, if you get like slightly hurt, that's a cut. That's very scary. That's super scary. But thank you for your question. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Which question number are we on? I forgot.
You are question number 9. You're caller number 9. Thank you for your question. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
What's Godot?
What's Godot? I don't know. What's up with you? Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
I'm sorry your wife got a new boyfriend and she did it right in front of you. That was messed up.
That's not a question. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
This has 4, sometimes has 9, and never has 5.
What? That's not a question. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Woof. It's dog time now.
No, it's Frog Time. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
As a gamer, what make a good game in your opinion?
Oh, excellent Frog Time question. In my opinion, Counter-Strike is like a near perfect game. So, I like competitive games. I like whatever Into the Breach is a great game because I guess it is. I don't want to say I like roguelike games, but Into the Breach is like repeatable and fun, so I like that. In my opinion, the ideal game is a game that you can hand to anybody, and no matter what circumstance they're in, if they're good at the game, they will always be good at it. So an example of that is like chess. Like, you can give anyone a chessboard, and as long as they're good at chess, it doesn't matter what the chessboard is, it doesn't matter where they are, mostly, like, they can win at chess, or they can be good at chess. Games in which you have to, like, kind of build an online profile, and then, like, your ranking or your capabilities are linked to like the items and shit that you have is not an ideal game to me. I mean, I play those games and they're fun, but that's like not the ideal game. I guess Fortnite still technically counts because like in Fortnite, I don't think you can have things in your profile that make you better at the Battle Royale. So I mean, that's fine too. Fortnite. Yeah, my answer is Fortnite. Okay, next caller. Next caller, you are on Frog Time. Thank you for your question.
If you had to substitute a flavor in Neapolitan ice cream, what's in and what's out?
Oh. Okay. This can go many ways. I think definitely chocolate because it's super strong. I like I think strawberry and vanilla is very... Oh man, hear me out. Strawberry, vanilla, and like a coffee flavor? I know I just said chocolate's too strong, but to me coffee ice cream is a little less strong. Yeah, I think it would be chocolate, but it would be coffee. And then so it'd balance out with the sweetness. Thank you for your question. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Do a barrel roll.
That wasn't a question though, but thank you for your call. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Why is this Q&A in a 4:3 aspect ratio?
Because that's the aspect ratio of your television set. If it doesn't seem correct, you can adjust it. Thank you for your question. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Why do we only get one question? Do you not want to hear from the people?
Because there are a lot of people asking questions. There are 30 questions. I guess we're getting through them pretty quickly, so I will open up more than one question once I get through all of them. Thank you for your question. Let me, there was a karaoke guy I knew who would like, if people know about this type of open bar karaoke, they have like a guy who like manages the queue. And so I'm trying to manage the queue like that guy in a fair and equitable way, because I've gone to another establishment where you could just bribe someone to get to the front of the line, which I guess makes sense, but that's not what I'm trying to do here. Thank you for your question though. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Do you have a fan art tag? If not, do you have a reference sheet?
I don't have a fan art tag, and I do have a reference sheet. I can put it in Discord. Thank you for your question. I do have a reference sheet actually. It's not pinned anywhere, so I'll put it in Discord. My fan art tag is Shart. Yeah, sure. Or just tag me on Twitter. Why do people have fan art tags? I actually don't know. Why don't they just tag the person on Twitter? If someone can answer that, I would like to know. That's like an ignorant question. Thank you for the 1 bit. Memento Mori, thank you. Thank you for your question. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
There are 30 cows in a field and 28 chickens. How many didn't?
Oh god. 4. Thank you for your question. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
What inspired you to create all the things you do? NVM got a poop bye.
Oh, okay. Well, have a good poop. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
What do you have to say for yourself regarding the allegations?
The red car allegations? I do not have a red car, and it is not busted up. Okay, sorry. To actually answer the previous question, I think with VTubing, it's possible to like do fun little things on stream. It's possible to do like a lot of things on stream, not just with VTubing. But now that there's like so much API integration with like Twitch and OBS, we can really make streams way more interactive. So that's also something I've always wanted to see and do with streaming. And so I think like for a while, all the ideas were just like stuff I've wanted to do for a long time. I just never knew how, but all the tools are there now. And the second part is I will be in a situation in real life and think, wow, this would kind of be interesting if this was happening on stream. And I think when you frame the stream as like, well, there's only one type of interaction that happens on stream, which is like between the streamer and the chatter. and think like, but what if there were other social dynamics on stream that remind you of other aspects of your life? That could be interesting too, I think. Like when I play D&D, I like the idea that half the stream, D&D is about arguing with the people you're playing with, and half of it is actually playing the campaign. And so that is kind of like the idea that I like to dig into, which is like, what is the entire interaction that would happen in this actual scenario? I hope that answers your question. Thank you for your question. Oh my god. Hold on, what question am I on? I'm just gonna go to the next question and hope that I'm on the right one.
How do you put out an increasingly out of control grease fire? A fast answer would be great.
Starve it of oxygen. Put like a lid over it. But if it's spread too far, you might want to just call the fire department. Hope that works out for you. Next question, you're on frog time.
How do you put out an increasingly out of control grease fire? A fast answer would be great.
I'm sorry, I've already answered this question. Next caller, you're on frog time.
How do you put out an increasingly out of control grease fire? A fast answer would be great. How do you put out an increasingly out of control grease fire? A fast answer would be great. How do you put out an increasingly out of control grease fire? A fast answer would be great.
Sir, you've already asked this question multiple times. Oh my god, it skips so much shit. What the heck? This question literally broke everything. What the heck? Okay, hold on. I can fix this. Okay, we're gonna reset. We're gonna reset this real quick.
How do you put out an increasingly out of control grease fire? A fast answer would be great.
No, it's just, you're not real. You're not real. Oh wait, what? Hold on. Wait, why is this?
How do you put out an increasingly out of control grease fire? A fast answer would be great.
Why is it stuck on this? So confused. Sorry, this is so confusing. It just decided to break halfway through. Okay, hold on.
Why did you choose that hair?
Oh, fine. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God that grease fire guy is gone. Oh, well, I hope that worked out for him. Why did I choose the hair? I didn't choose it. The artist chose it. I liked my hair. I'm sorry, I don't have a good answer for this question. I'm sorry. I like my hair. I didn't choose it. I was born this way. Thank you for your question. Next caller, you're on frog time.
Why did you choose that hair?
If there were only two people on the moon, and they were fighting each other, would that count as a world war?
I think it would count as a world war because it would be, I assume they're representing two different nations. And I think that's like what people consider like a world war. It's like multiple nations fighting each other. Thank you for your question. Next caller, you are on Frog Time.
Have you ever? Like, for real, even once in your life? I've never.
I've never either. Next caller, you're on Frog Time. Thank you for your question.
You have some stuff, tip or concept to master when start to draw or making art?
No, I when you mean make art, I assume you mean like hand-drawn illustration or digital drawings. No. I don't. I can't draw myself, but I would love to learn. I think the only I guess for learning anything, the shitty thing is it's the most boring answer is true. Which is like you have to practice consistently over a long period of time, which is terrible. You can think of it like a prison, right? Like, if you don't know what to do over, like, let's say I don't know how to draw, but it's like I have to force myself to draw something every single day. I think naturally you will be like, okay, I want to improve in this aspect or this aspect or this aspect, because you're just forced to do it. So you might as well, you either suffer being bad at it, or you just slowly say like, okay, I'll just slowly fix things over time. But I guess my concept here is put yourself in the prison and you'll be way bored. You'll be super bored and you'll find something to do, which will inevitably lead yourself to like improving, I guess. Yeah, showing up consistently and doing the same thing over and over again is usually a good way to go about it. Which I hate personally, but is a good lesson to learn, because I've definitely gotten lost in the sauce of like trying to figure out how to min-max and what the tips are and all the secret tricks. But the secret trick is like you just have to show up to the same place over and over and do the same thing. And it's kind of scary because like you're making the ultimate payment, which is with your life. And what I mean by that is like you literally put some time that is you irreversibly cannot get that time back into doing that thing over and over again. So if you think about it that way, then you kind of get like a sense of urgency too, to be like, well, I put all this time into this, I might as well try to get better, I guess. I don't know. Sorry. I hope that answers your question, but thank you for your question. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Would you prefer unlimited bacon, but no games? Or unlimited games, but no games?
So would I rather have unlimited bacon and a PlayStation 5, or unlimited games but no PlayStation 5? I would take the unlimited games but no PlayStation 5. Thank you for your question. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
What are your content, personal goals for 2024? And why is it more Frog Time?
It's more Frog Time. I want to do more Frog Time things because I will have to prepare less for stream. I want to do more music streams in 2024. And my personal goal is to keep practicing the stuff I'm practicing off stream that necessarily doesn't make it to the stream. Like learning a language or something. Yeah, it's pretty chill goals, I think. Oh, I guess like get better at editing. I'm finding like video editing is really fun, so I want to just keep doing that more. I try not to get too detailed with my goals because like then I psych myself out. I try to make it like the vibiest goal ever, and then it's like way easier for me to complete it over time. But thank you for your question. Next question, next caller, you're on Frog Time.
What game do you have an irrational distaste for?
God, I actually have an answer to this. I'm trying to remember what it is. It's like a game that I probably have a very insufferable opinion about it just because it's too popular. I'm just gonna look on Steam because I probably have an answer to this. I feel like I have an answer to this, I just don't know. Maybe like a better way to say it is, what game do I think is overrated? I don't know. I like Dota. Oh, here's kind of the actual answer. And this is, maybe I don't have a distaste for it, but I have a perception about it that is not accurate, but colors my view of the game. Probably very unfairly. I want to say this is like an unfair assessment. I think as someone who like played Valorant pretty, not a lot, but like a decent amount when it came out, like in the beta and then the 1.0, and I like really enjoyed it because I like Counter-Strike, so it was like Counter-Strike. I do not think I could get into Valorant today, like for two reasons. One, like there's just too many heroes or whatever that it's like too much League of Legends. And two, I think it's like actually maybe too zoomer for me. I just have to stick with Counter-Strike Office, like CS Office over. That's the retirement home, which is CS Office ranked. So that's mine. There's like some weird Valorant drama that's like getting on my timeline, and I'm like, I don't understand this. What is happening? I just don't know. Thank you for your question. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Do you think Kojima will be retweeting more Sam/Higgs art in the near future?
I really hope so. Happy Death Stranding 2 Day. I don't know why he made Higgs the Joker, but it's cool. I like it. I'm here for it. Though, I don't know. I actually have like I'm of two minds about this. One is I was kind of really hoping he would just keep the masked red person a mystery and not say it was Higgs. But then the cutscene they showed in the trailer in which he fights with like the guitar, which another maybe controversial opinion is like, it's cool that the guitar is like a weapon, but I think it could be even wackier than that. I think like the ranged lightning bolt attack, I'm like, okay. But like the sword fighting was cool. Anyway, I hope it will be good. It will be good. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Where do babies come from?
From when the stork. Everyone knows this. The stork delivers babies to new mommies and daddies. So that's kind of a silly question. Did you not learn this in school? Anyway. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Have you really been far even as decided to use even go want to do look more like?
I guess I have to even. Okay, thank you for your question. Next question, you're on Frog Time.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing really great. Thank you for asking. I'm trying to think of a way I could be doing better. I could clean my room. That would make me do even better today. I think I'll do that after stream, unfortunately. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Any advice for a streamer starting out? Anything you wish you knew, etc.? Also, here's my bribe.
I think the same thing I said earlier. Okay, ironically, when I said have a schedule, like don't have a schedule, my advice is actually going to be have a schedule because you have to force yourself to show up and have something interesting each time. Something I wish I knew. I mean, I didn't wish I know this, but like it feels like validated the more I kind of do my own thing, which is there are a lot of like streaming like best practices, even like having a schedule is like one of them, but like none of it, like there's no one enforcing the rule, you know what I mean? Like there's no like content cop coming to your house if you don't post a schedule or you don't do one thing or another. I guess there is a content cop if it comes to your house if you say like a bad word at someone or a slur, so don't do that. But there's a lot of sauce out there and it's easy to get lost in the sauce, and don't do that. And another thing, and this is actually my real advice because this is a true story. I saw this Conan O'Brien TikTok and it actually reconfigured my brain a little bit. I don't think I've ever vocally said I really like Conan O'Brien TikToks, but I really like them. It was like a random one where he was like on a podcast and this kid asked him basically like what I'm trying to like do writing, I think like TV writing or something, or comedy writing. And he said, and I think this is actually really nice, a nice piece of thing, a nice thing to know is he's like, the person that you are with your friends is the person that you should bring to like your writing or your show or whatever. And the idea is like everything that you need is already there. And of course, like you should develop yourself as a person, develop your tastes and watch stuff and do stuff. But I think that is especially true when you want to stream, because it is possible to like want to do X, Y, and Z and be like the next huge thing, in which case I can't tell you how to do that because I don't want to do that. I can't do that. But it has been nice to be like, everything I do on stream is like stuff I would normally do. Like I like telling my friends stupid ideas. I like the idea when I was featuring VTubers, like I would do that to my friends normally. I would say like, check out this VTuber, they're doing something cool. I've had people at my place and like I put on a VTuber that I have featured on my TV and be like, this person's cool, you should watch them. Because they're running their entire shit through a VCR or something like that. So like, yeah, I mean, I think like think about what you find really interesting and then focus on that. I actually think Ludwig's videos are pretty good too. Like Ludwig, I did 2 videos, one recent one about like his advice for streamers. And I think the updated one is good too, because at the end he has actually a really good point that evolved from the first part. Because the first one I thought was very methodical and good, but it was very focused on like growth, etc. Which is fine, like that's what people go to him for. But the new one ended on a good note of like, you have to do stuff for yourself, otherwise it like is all meaningless and you'll be empty. And like that's also very true. Which I also think it speaks to like how he's looking at things. And that's a really healthy way. The other way to look at it is like streaming and making videos online, or the word like content creation, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just I hear it so much every day that it just rots my brain. But in that world, it's so big, so you can play the game of like, I want to be the biggest X, Y, and Z in whatever niche you want to be in, or even in like the entirety of that universe. Like, I guess Mr. Beast would fall under that category. But it's so big that like you can like just literally pick anything you want to do, and like that's it. And that's like, that's awesome. That's like the world that a lot of like, that is the promised land. Like to be able to swim in an ocean and just do whatever you want and still find people in it, right? That like think it's interesting. That is the dream. That is like the dream of the internet. And I think it is, personally, I would be really, really sad if I was forced to behave in like any other way than like what I wanted to do. What I personally specifically wanted to do. Because I have a normal job and I already know what that is like. Like I have a normal job and I have to do things whether or not I want to do them. So I don't need any more of that in my personal life. Yeah. Okay, anyway. So that's a very long answer, but I really believe in it. Thank you. And yeah. And train your algorithm to get Conan O'Brien clips because they're really nice. Next question. You're on frog time.
Undefined.
What? Hold on. Next question. You're on frog time.
Undefined.
No, what is happening? Oh, fuck. Okay, I see what's happening. This queue is not perfect, but we'll get it.
Undefined.
Okay, it's fine.
Hello, this is Bad Dragon Support Contact. My bad dragon is stuck in my...
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is not this is not Bag Dragon support. This is Frog Time. I'm really sorry about your situation, but you got the wrong number. Thank you for your question, or I'm sorry that happened to you. Next question. You're on Frog Time.
What's your favorite scary movie?
I don't know. I don't watch too many scary movies. The last one I saw that I can remember was Us. I guess, does that count as a scary movie? Us by Jordan Peele. I can't really watch too many scary movies. Us is scary in a different way. Yeah, it's more of a thriller. I guess. Yeah, Us is really good, but I guess it is kind of bad to say, oh, it's not really horror. But when I think of horror, it is really horror, but like the horror that really freaks me out is like the stuff that really gets under your skin in a certain way. And Us is scary, but I think in a very like, I like it because in my opinion, I could stomach it. I'm like, oh, this is just wild and interesting. Yeah, it's a slasher. Yeah, it's more of a slasher. Yeah. Home invasion scenes are scary. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Yeah, that was a freaky part. That stuff does get to me. It is scary. Okay, thank you for your question. I'm sorry, I need to get a better answer to this question. I'm going to try to be a Criterion guy. You know, watch movies on the Criterion app and be like, oh my god, I love movies. Have you seen this movie? I love this movie. And maybe I'll have a better answer to your question, but I have to become that guy first. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
If you had to present a what's-minute presentation about any topic without prep, what would it be?
If I had to, I'm like, sorry, I'm getting tripped up over the actual scenario in which I was like forced to do this. I could probably do it on like current streaming interactive tools because I think it's in a really interesting place where there's a ton of different like third-party software and there's like a lot of different tools that you can use. And that's interesting because usually in like the current technology space, everything gets consolidated into one thing. Like there's no Apple of like making your, like you have to use OBS, you have to use Sammy, you have to use all these different things to like get your stream together. And there could be a different universe where like Twitch actually owns all that end to end and that could be good or bad. But I think there's an interesting idea around like there's just a bunch of different shit that's coming together to make interesting streams happen. So that's my topic. That's my thesis statement. Yeah, that would be it. Thank you for your question. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
How do you deal with an increasingly large house fire next door? A fast answer would be great.
You should call the fire department or you should maybe go talk to your neighbor. They might need some help. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
How do you put out an increasingly out of control grease fire? A fast answer would be great.
You know, I didn't have a great answer to this, but someone asked me just the same thing. And I think you should go ask your neighbor, because usually your neighbor might know. Thank you for your question. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Can you explain the hydrogen wave function is related to your schedule?
Yes. How the hydrogen wave function is related to my schedule? Yes. The idea is that like I don't like committing to a schedule, so like showing my schedule as like a probability, like as a wave function, I think would be a better way to express whether or not I'm streaming at a certain day. It's more like maybe there's a possibility, like maybe if you looked at the right conditions in the right universe, I am streaming, but no guarantees. So that's my answer. Thank you for your question. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Are you accepting of people who microwave cereal?
Who microwave cereal? I accept them, yeah. But that's not like oatmeal, right? Like actual. My favorite VTuber is this guy. He like codes all his own stuff, and he has this like really cool pet that's like an AI pet that is like speaks in a funny Tamagotchi voice. And like the lore is like they're an alien and they have like really big purple ears and a white sweatshirt. Or maybe that's their skin, I don't know. But anyway, I can't remember the name right now. If I did, I'd give him a shout out. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Do you like My Little Pony?
No, I've actually never seen My Little Pony. I'm sorry, the streamer is Gems Virtual. This streamer... Well, they have a cool stream. They have the only ethical use of AI happening on the stream. They have a very cool AI pet concept. Let's see. Oh, sorry. They have the most unethical usage of AI on their stream. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. No, I actually have never seen My Little Pony, and I watched the clip of it last week when someone sent me it, and it felt weird because I've only seen My Little Pony in like memes and like weird pony drawings, and it was kind of weird to see it actually as its original TV show, but I don't like My Little Pony. I've never seen it. Next question.
I'm choking on fleas. What do I do?
How are you able to submit that question twice? You're choking. Oh, fuck. You know what? These names are bugged. I'm so sorry to people who submitted. I think I copied the names in wrong. I had to manually change stuff. I see what you mean. Someone said the names are bugged. Now I see what you mean. You're choking on flies. Well, you can try coughing in front of... Just... Next caller, you're on frog time.
Undefined.
No! Hold on. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? You know what? Here, I'm gonna redo some questions with the people's actual names, because I messed this up. That's my bad. Oh, shit. I'm gonna redo all the questions I think I messed up. Okay.
Is cereal a soup?
No, wait a second. What? Hold on.
Is your model's hair based on your actual hairdo?
Okay, there we go. No, it is not. Because this model has crazy sideburns that I don't have in real life. Next caller, you're on frog time.
Is your model's hair based on your actual hairdo?
Next caller, you're on frog time.
What is your favorite hobby?
Oh, I said this. It's streaming, and I'll elaborate on this. I like making music in Ableton. That's fun. I like reading about new music hardware that I'll never own because it's like actually not good to own that much stuff in that world for me right now. I like touching the bass. The bass is fun. Next caller, you're on frog time.
What is your favorite VTuber?
Oh, now I see. This question is, what is your favorite VTuber? The ones controlled by humans. Next caller, you're on frog time.
Do you like My Little Pony?
No. Next caller, you're on frog time.
I'm choking on fleas. What do I do?
Shit. Oh my god, I have to get this right. I have to get this right. Cough? Cough a lot? Can you use self Heimlich? Gargle salt water is a good actually tip. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Next caller, you're on frog time.
Commander, how do you respond to UN allegations of war crimes? Good times.
That was not me. That was with the pilots. I never said that. Next caller, you're on frog time.
Is cereal a soup?
Is it? No, I can't say. It's cereal. Oatmeal is a subset of cereal. Next caller, you're on frog time.
How do you vibe out which ideas are worth spending time on and fleshing out?
Oh, that's a really good question. I think, okay, so I don't have an exact answer for this, but I think I have a good idea of generally what works after trying a lot of stuff and what doesn't work. The specific answer is whatever I kind of get excited about, because that's the only way I'll be motivated to work on something. But over time, that has been honed by like different streams where I'll actually do something and I'll be like, oh, that wasn't really that great. I would say I'm pretty open to trying something, and if it isn't good, I just like make a really strong note of it and be like, yeah, that didn't turn out as cool as I thought it would be. Where like, it gets to a point sometimes where someone will tell me to do something in real life. So in real life, someone will be like, oh, on your stream, you should try X, Y, or Z. And I can immediately judge whether or not it's something I'm excited about, or will it work or not, I think. So yeah, that's it. I'm going to try something new in the future, which is actually I'm going to start drawing a lot of things out on my own, because I have some more ideas around the mech pilot stuff that's a bit more elaborate, but it can't be... I can't just like write it in a text file anymore. It has to kind of be sketched out a bit more. And I think it's good to do that. I personally also think I have a very strong opinion and strong sense of like what I think is good. And so I let that guide me. I get like real, it's like a very, 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 very intense feeling and idea. If I'm excited about something or if it'll be good or not. That's why I think picking ideas that make you excited is good, because even if it doesn't pan out, you're like, okay, but that was fulfilling to do in some way. Yeah. What are ideas not, maybe that raises the question, what are ideas not worth spending time on? Ideas that, I mean, because it's all like a hobby, ideas that feel... There are definitely ideas that are like, oh, I should do this, or like this is what's expected that I do. And then if I actually don't feel like it, I won't do it. Yeah, for some reason, D&D falls under that. It's like, well, I feel like I should do this, but I don't want to. And then I just don't do it. And there have been times I've done D&D and I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this, and I do it. And I'm like, wow, I shouldn't have done that because I don't want to do that. So having like, having a really strong sense of what you really, really want to do is good. And I think that is also applicable for like real life things. Like I've been in situations where I'm like, oh, I feel like I should go to this function, or I should go to this party, or I should go to this meetup. And then I go and I'm like, oh, it's actually like, I didn't need to be here, or I don't need to be here, or I don't want to be here. And then just really internalizing that radar as to like, is this something I really, really must do? And there's just other aspects of my personality that are very much like, it's like both like a flaw and a gift to say like, I have a strong sense that I really want to do something, or I really don't want to do something. Because then you can get in situations where it's like, yeah, I don't want to, I don't know, clip my toenails, but like I should clip my toenails. That's good. But yeah, that's a rambly answer, but I hope that answers that question. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit.
Ribbit. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Do you think FromSoft will ever make Chromehounds 2?
That's a pretty good question. I actually don't think they will. But you never know. They're a Magic Studio. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Can I have a number 5 with a Coke? Hold the mayo, and the Coke, and the number 5.
Wait, then what is it? And also, this isn't whatever restaurant you're calling. This is Frog Time. You have the wrong number. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Hello from Web.
Hello. Next caller. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Undefined.
Oh no.
Can you collab with XQC?
I can, but I don't ever foresee that happening. I don't know what circumstance that would ever happen. But am I capable of? I think I am. Thank you for your question. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Can you collab with XQC?
I mean, but you just asked that. Hold on. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
What time is it?
It's Frog Time. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello.
Hi, we can hear you. What's your question? What's your question? Hello? Hello? I think we lost them. You're on Frog Time.
Undefined.
What?
Undefined.
Sai buenas noches, me das una hamburguesa por favor.
I think you have the wrong number. I'm sorry. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
What time is it?
What?
Hello, can you hear me?
What?
Hello.
That's not the question.
Undefined.
Can I ask you a question?
Let me think about that. You can call back. Let me think about that. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Undefined.
What? Why are you undefined?
Undefined.
Please tell me my fortune. I must know what the stars say about my future.
Okay. Let me look into the astrology. Let me look into the astrology. You know, I am seeing here that two people seem to be talking about you, and they're planning something about your future. I think a really big change is coming your way. I'm seeing here a giant tower in the middle of the forest. That represents kind of you ascending to new heights, looking down to where you previously were. So keep on the lookout for new opportunities in the near future. Thank you for your question. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
I don't understand. I'm sorry. Yeah, wrong number. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Who is your favorite author? Do you like to read more theory or fiction?
What is the? What you mean, like nonfiction or fiction, or like theory, like social theory? I don't read any I guess social theory. At least I don't think I read that much social theory books, even though I probably have recently. I don't think I have a favorite genre, but my favorite, and it's hard to say a favorite author, not because it's hard to pick. It's just I don't read that much, so like everyone I read is I like them. But I will say, most notably, Ted Chiang who's like a science fiction author, is extremely peak. So they wrote this short story collection called They wrote a short story called Story of Your Life, I think. And then they got put into a short story collection called Story of Your Life and Other Short Stories. And that short story became the premise for the movie Arrival. The short story in itself is excellent. All the other short stories that he has in that collection are excellent. And then his new book also has a bunch of excellent short stories too. So I would say that That guy is awesome. There is another author that I want to read more of his work because I liked his SCP like fan fiction book, or I guess it's official. I know that sounds crazy, but it was really good. I mean, it's like one of those books that kind of broke out of the fandom and people were like, you have to read this. It's really good. So, I think their name is QNTM, Quantum, or just QNTM. And the book is called There Is No Memetics Division. And it's like a sci-fi book about the SCP Corporation, but there's like a secret division in the SCP Corporation around anti-memetics, which is this idea. It's like an anti-meme is the idea that it's like a meme, but instead of wanting to be proliferated, like memes, if you think of them as like deities that want to be proliferated, anti-memes are ideas that want to be forgotten. Like, these are ideas that like want to be forgotten the moment that you see them. And it kind of goes into like, the book has like a science fiction plot, but it goes into how on the day-to-day our brains filter out a bunch of noise. We like, you know, we deliberately ignore certain parts of our lives that may be uncomfortable. We ignore certain parts of the news. I've actually been thinking it, you know, I haven't had a lot of YouTubers to recommend lately, and I'm just kind of taking a break, but I should just recommend books and like music that I like. I'm drunk with recommendation power, but this book I really like. So Quantum has a bunch of different sci-fi stories I really want to check out. I haven't read it yet. And then I'm trying to think. I read a really good book recently called How to Do Nothing. And the author's name was Jenny Odell. And it was about, it is framed like a self-help book, but it is actually about the history. It's not a complete history, but it's a select history, modern history of people who have chosen to kind of quote unquote do nothing in various ways. So one way was like the hippie movement, in which people like went off and had communes, and like why that broke down or succeeded in some ways. The general strike in like the Bay Area, and also a theme around like, actually I don't know how this tied into I forgot how this theme tied into the theme of doing nothing, but the idea that if you pay attention to like your local ecology, you'll just be sad all the time because of everything's being destroyed. The concept of like moreness and technology, like the idea that current tech that keeps coming out not all of it noticeably improves your lives. So being very rigorous as to like what we may have already, like everything that we need is already here, I like that theme. Like that really resonated with me. Like the idea that everything we need is already here. And I'm not like a big I love tech stuff. Like I'm not a big downer on technology, but maybe the view on it is that like really life-changing stuff doesn't come out at the same frequency that we pay attention to. Like I fucking love watching MKBHD videos for phones I will never buy. Never owned a Samsung phone. I've never owned like OnePlus phones. I've never owned any of the shit. I just have an iPhone. I don't even have the latest iPhone. I have like, it's still like, I think it's like 13 Pro. So it's like still recent, but it's not the newest. I love watching all that shit. But like the frequency that it comes out is, it's like, you don't need to be getting all of it, right? Unless you're like a tech head or whatever. So that idea is nice and cool. Or sorry, no, the idea that everything we need is already here. That's also relevant to like making music, because it's really, I've definitely fallen into the trap of like, oh, I just need the new toy and everything will be fun. But that just increased complexity of everything, so I like downsized that area. So that's a good theme. And even with work stuff, like in tech companies, there is I'm okay making this generalization. I think in tech companies, there is like this mythology around knowledge or like analysis, data and knowledge that's like, oh, if we keep knowing more, we keep learning more, we keep like doing the next big study, we will like know things more, which is true to a certain extent. But also, sometimes you have to just like do a thing. You have to like actually do something, like create something, produce something, and put it into the world. Like the answers you seek already exist. Anyway, so that's a book I really like too, recently. Everything we have is already here, which goes back to the Conan O'Brien clip that I saw, which is like everything you need you already have. Yeah, and that I think that's like also my approach. That's my approach to like streaming too, which is I do love getting new streaming tools and like getting new streaming stuff. But most of the times that I've done that, and thankfully it hasn't been a lot. I'm not like hoarding Stream Decks or like Elgato shit in my house. But no, more Sammy plugins actually does help. But like, most of the time it doesn't pan out to like, it makes the stream better. Like what pans out to make the stream better, or at least more fun for me, is me spending time fleshing out an idea with the tools I kind of already have. I think like I've been playing around with new plugins too, which is fine, but plugins don't come around really frequently. So like when a new one comes out, it's like kind of noteworthy. And two, I always usually have like an idea attached to it, so it serves like an actual need. Like it actually like turns into like, oh wait, this like I can see how this can actually work, which is nice. Anyway, well, I'm answering their question. I answered their question on who their favorite author is. What else? Who else is in this category? Oh, I have like a favorite, maybe not like my most favorite manga author, but like the most notable one in my mind as of late is Kiko Higashimura, if I'm remembering that name right. But she wrote and drew Princess Jellyfish, which I think is her more popular work. And I think she has a new work that's like even more popular now. I don't follow it. But she had a biographical novel, or not visual novel, like manga called, well, in Japanese it's called Kaku Kaku Shika Jika, which is just gibberish, but the localized title of it is called My So-Called Artist Journey. So it's about her like being a teenager and then eventually finding her career to becoming a manga artist. And it's a really, really not only like really compelling story, but just like really well told and very fascinating, because it's not like she was a grinder, like she grinded art and all that stuff, but it's more about her relationship with, the entire story is about her relationship with her art teacher, who's like this huge hard ass on her to get into art school, but then like they have an interesting like bond as she becomes like a manga artist and everything. And the art teacher is like a huge homie. He's just like, nothing matters but practicing all the time, and he's a big a-hole, but it's cool. And it really made an impact on me. So that's another good one. I've never read a Murakami book, actually, front to back. Too many words. Okay, thank you for your question. Next caller, you're on Frog Time. Next caller. Frog Time? Frog Time? You're on Frog Time? You're on Frog Time?
Have you ever had a dream that you could do what you want you could do, so you could you want him to do you so much you could do anything?
You know, actually, I did. No, thank you for your question. Next caller, you're on frog time.
Have you ever had a dream that you had you what you could you do why you want you could do so you do you could you want him to do you so much you could do anything? Have you ever had a dream that you had you what you could you do why you want you could do so you do you could you want him to do you so much you could do anything? Have you ever had a dream that you had you what you could you do why you want you could do so you do you could you want him to do you so much you could do anything? Have you ever had a dream that you had you what you could you do why you want you could do so you do you could you want him to do you so much you could do anything? Have you ever had a dream that you had you what you could you do why you want you could do so you do you could you want him to do you so much you could do anything?
Oh, okay, hold on. Something went wrong. Okay, new question.
Queers.
That's not what they wrote. That's not what they wrote. They wrote it. They wrote something in Spanish. They wrote, I think, Quieres. They wrote that. They wrote. That's not what they wrote. They wrote this. They wrote this. What? That's not what. No, that's not a question. What? No, that's all they don't report that. That's not what they wrote. This is what it should be reading. Oh my god. What? Okay, hold on. Oh my god.
Queers.
No, that's what? No, that's not. Hold on, I'm not doing it on purpose. Holy shit, why is that happening? I am triple checking before it does that again. No. Okay. Next. This next caller is not going to be the same as the last caller.
How did you manage to make the frog perfectly imitate my voice?
I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, you're calling in. Thank you, caller. Thank you, caller. All right, next caller. You're on frog time.
How did you manage to make the frog perfectly imitate my voice?
Have you ever had a dream
Yes, I have. Thank you for your question. And with that, we are out of questions. That's it. That's 70 questions. That's crazy. That literally was the last question. I mean, I guess people can submit more. We made it. That was frog time. An hour and a half. Someone asked something. I can open it up for a second question, but then this is like no guarantee that I will answer all of it. So we can do round 2, but there's no guarantee I can answer every single one. I've also thought about making it open like on a Google Doc in Discord so people can put a question and not have to think on the spot. But yeah. Oh, excuse me. Okay. I've opened up the question to, you can submit a second question. This is more funny. For serious questions? Yeah, I was thinking for serious questions, I can do that. Actually, I need, you know, you guys submit questions. I'm gonna get up and stretch. I'm sorry, I'm gonna do the do an ad break. But submit questions and I'll be back. I'm just gonna lay down. I'll be back in 3 minutes. test. Okay. Okay, sorry. Actually, it was really good I got up and stretched. I was sitting down for a long time. I didn't realize. Okay, I hope this works. Grab question. Hello, caller, you're on Frog Time.
Who is your favorite author? Do you like to read more theory or fiction?
What the heck? Why is that the thing? Hold on. No, hold on. Move out. This guy. Grab. Move in.
Who is your favorite
What
author?
the?
Do you like to read more theory or fiction?
Oh. Yeah, for some reason it okay, some auth keeps breaking here.
Who is your favorite author? Do you like to read more theory or fiction?
Okay, there we go. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Pancakes or waffles?
I gotta go with waffles. Like, cause waffles can be can be like a little firmer and crispier. And, like, it's like filled with the little holes in the waffle. Like, they catch a bunch of different stuff. I've also had a lot more good things on waffles. And all things being equal, the waffle has the edge because everything you can put more things on a waffle. And you're like, wait, I can put syrup on waffles and I can put syrup on pancakes. I can put fruits on waffles and I can put fruits on pancakes. But can you put fried chicken on a pancake? Because you can put fried chicken on a waffle. So I think waffle has the edge. Thank you for your question, though. Next question, next caller, you are on Frog Time.
Pancakes or waffles?
Next caller, you are on Frog Time.
Undefined next caller, you're on Frog Time. What's your question?
Hi. Oh wow, first time caller on Frog Time. I'm a first time caller on Frog Time. Do you prefer pancakes or waffles? Wait a second, hold on. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Go to fast food order.
Oh man, that's a really good question. I'm doing the annoying thing where I say it's a really good question. It is a good question, but I'm saying that after all the questions. I like In-N-Out Burger. That's solid. I live near like a lot of decent local like pho restaurants, and so I don't think that counts as fast food, but like it's takeout. Or banh mi, that's really solid. Like a good sandwich in that vicinity. I don't do burgers as much anymore. But if I had to, like McDonald's. Yeah. Average California statement. I mean, it's good. They're good. It's fast food, yeah. I mean, it's what do you want from me? What else? I'm trying to think if there's other type of fast food. Actually, like if it's like not average one, like a good banh mi, I don't think that counts as fast food, but it's made fast and it's good. So, thank you for your question. Next caller, you are on Frog Time.
Will you tell me a bedtime story?
Maybe after Frog Time. Wait, but Frog Time's way past your bedtime, so no. Next caller, you are on Frog Time.
What is the most beautiful thing you have ever imagined in your freaking life?
This is not like as I've gone to Japan again, I don't think this is a product of the country itself. But the first time I was there, I was so unbelievably happy. And I think that was a function of being on vacation, which I didn't do for a bit when the first time I went. A function of being in a walkable city. A function of being in like a very novel city. But also a function of like, I think over time I realized like the only way I could like remove myself or disconnect from like the internet and FOMO was to like go across the planet, and like your Twitter timeline is like completely fucked at that point because it's like everything you get is in the like for me is in the US or EU, and so the time zones just like clean like the time zones just clean up your Twitter feed because no one's posting when you're awake. But over time, I realized that like that it is not a function of like living in the country. Like that's the fallacy, but more so the idea that if you are sitting somewhere or walking somewhere or you are being somewhere, that you feel like that is exactly where you need to be and what you need to be doing. And so when I was on vacation, it's like, well, I can't be doing anything else. Like I'm on vacation. So like, this is exactly where I want to be and what I want to be doing. Versus like, you know, if you're at work, you're like, well, I want to be at home. Or like, you know, even if you're working on a project, you'd be like, oh, should I be working on something else? Or like you're practicing something. It's like, should I be practicing something else? Should I be doing anything else? And so I think the answer to your question is like, if you can really get a sense of wherever you are, that's exactly where you need to be right now. That's like a really nice, I think, content feeling. Also, like, I think it's applicable to like, if you feel, you know, you're not getting far enough with your job or your life or anything like that, you know, comparison, thief of joy, etc., etc. Wherever you are, there you are. Exactly. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm not good at this, but I think it's a very beautiful concept. Thank you for your question. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Fave Kojima thing other than Death Stranding?
Metal Gear Solid? I guess. Oh, here's a maybe hot take. It doesn't answer your question, but I tried to read his book and I couldn't really get into it. Maybe I can try it again, but I couldn't get into his book. I like dropped it. I haven't played Snatcher, but I want to play. Everything I've seen of it is really cool. I want to play Snatcher. Metal Gear Solid 1 is, yeah, if I had to pick, okay, this is my pick. I think I have to go with 1 just because it's like such a good entrance. 2 is excellent as well. Like 2 has such a great message and everything. But in terms of like impact on my life, it has to be 1 because it's the first one I played. And 5, not because 5 is maybe, I have to say 5 just because the anticipation of 5 and watching the trailers was like an incredibly fun thing to do. Like thinking about the theories and like putting the pieces together and then finally playing the game was like a really amazing experience. Whether or not the game story or gameplay, the gameplay was good, but whether or not the story people thought was good. Thank you for your question. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee. I drink way more coffee than I do tea. And I love the taste. I don't know what it is. I think it's like some chemical mixture that happens, but if you eat a donut with coffee, it fucking hits really different. I don't do it often, but when I do, it's incredible. I'm a big fan of like American breakfast food plus coffee, so it's great. With Exeldro, good day. I must bow to you. Hold on, Exeldro. I know you probably hate the attention, but I bow to you. Wait a second. Wait, hold on. Wait, never mind. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that you're in the chat, and thank you for everything you do. Okay. For people who don't know, like all the OBS plugins that power this chat, nearly all of them written by Exeldro. And actually holding up the streaming world on his shoulders. I guess the OBS developers are cool too, but I don't know. You know, who knows? Who's counting? Next caller, you are on Frog Time.
Hello, is this thing working? Hello.
Hi.
A-E-A-L-L-O. Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you. We can hear you. Hello. Hello. What's your question? Hello. Oh, I think we lost them. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
If you were Clam would Clam. Love their work, thanks for the bits chatter.
What? If I would clam? I wouldn't. I think I'd clam. Thank you for your question. Maybe, or I'm sorry that happened. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Is this Toad time? Oh, sorry, wrong channel.
No, this is not Toad Time. This is Frog Time. No, you got the wrong number. I'm sorry. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
How many darts could Joe Dart dart if Joe Dart could dart darts?
How many? I heard he could eat like up to 10 darts, but that was just a rumor. I just realized I should make a little like banner. Hold on. Hold on. Should make this little thing here to tell people to call, how to call in. What the heck? I'm so confused. You know what I'm getting at? Like something like this down here. Oh shit. Oh, thank you for raiding Atrioc. Oh god. Oh no. Wait, no, hold on. I'm very thankful, but we're doing a Q&A segment, and I just realized this is gonna fucking explode if you use the channel points. But thank you for coming by. This is Frog Time. This is a Q&A segment where chatters can call in and we answer questions. Thank you. Lol W facts. I do not have. This is actually interesting because I was just talking to someone, I think Archibald in the chat, how much I raw dog Twitch, in the sense that I don't have BTTV installed. So like if you're like saying an emote thing, I just read the text like straight to my brain. Play the Outer Wilds DLC. Is this a bullying tactic to play the Outer Wilds DLC right now? How does it feel? Okay. All right. I will get to your questions. Thank you. Run ads. Okay. No. Okay. I'm going to get to the next caller. So I have this, thank you. I hope you had a great stream. Let me introduce you to what we're doing here. So we're doing a Q&A segment where you could submit with channel points, and there's a lot of you, so I can't get to every single one if you all submit. But when you submit, I have a call-in function where we have different chatters call in with text-to-speech, so you can check that out here.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello, hi, you're so mean to me. Have you ever had a dream? Had you?
Hello, caller. What is your question? What is your actual question, caller? Okay, I'm sorry. I think we lost them. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
There's a house fire across the road that's increasingly out of control. I heard some screaming about a grease fire like 10 times in a row. Can you help?
I can't help you with the grease fire. I'm sorry. Please call your local fire department or ask your neighbor. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Undefined.
Wait, why are you undefined? Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Undefined.
Oh no! Okay, hold on. Oh no. Oh wait. No, hold on. We can keep going on. We can keep going undefined.
Undefined.
We can keep going. It will be defined.
Would you still love me if I were a frog?
I do love you, and you are a frog. Wait, no, I don't love you. No, that's parasocial. I love you transactionally. I love you as much as you show up to the stream and engage with the stream. And maybe use bits. Thank you for your question. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Hey, I called in before. So I threw a box of baking soda in the grease fire, but it just lit on fire. Also, the firemen are on fire. So how do I make friends with the fire so it will stop burning me?
Wait. Don't make friends with the fire. What are you doing? Get help. Hang up right now. I'm hanging up on you. Next caller, you're on frog time.
When did you feel like that you made it as an entertainer, whether it is recognition by bigger streamers or followage on social media?
Oh, bigger number equals better person for sure. No, there's a real question. I'm not going to give like the humble answer to this. I'll give the actual like feel good answer to this. Like ego max answer to this. They're kind of three parts. So one part is feeling very feeling like I have a very clear idea of what I'm doing. Like I feel like I have a very clear idea of what I'm doing right now. Like I could describe my stream. Well, I can't describe my stream to everybody, but like I can sit down and be like, I'm planning a stream and like know exactly the notes I have to hit, and that feels really good. The second part is I have friends that just tell me on the side that they like what I do, and that means a lot. And that's all that matters to me, really. Well, that's not all that matters, but that's a big part. The third one is there is a clip that exists of a streamer who is a large streamer that I don't really talk to them. They don't really talk to me. I mean, we interact sometimes. Not Atrioc, but like someone just randomly asked them in their chat, who's your favorite VTuber? And they just said my name, like just randomly into the void, and just the entire chat goes Humegalol like the whole time. And I think I know how they got to that answer, right? Because I think like I was posting some stuff before and they were engaging with it. But that was nice. Just like I'm just like the stealth, I guess, pick for some people, and that's really nice, I think. And that's all that's not like all I care about, but like that's it's nice because I feel like I'm just doing my own thing, and then if people like it, that's a bonus. So it feels like I'm on the right track. If I'm enjoying it and then other people enjoying it, that's like a blessing. Like all that matters to me is like I enjoy it, that's the most important part, and then other people enjoy it is like the bonus gravy, enjoy it while it lasts kind of thing. So I hope that helps. But I think that if there's one takeaway from this, do something you enjoy, because one of two things happens. One is like no one cares, which is the default case for most things happening, is no one gives a shit about what you do. And that's like I do a lot of stuff that people don't give a shit about, for sure. That's like normal. That's the default state. So like nothing to be sad over. That's like normal. Like the sun turns, no one gives a shit about stuff that happens. The second thing that could happen is people do care. They care a lot. They really like it. And that is the best position to be in, because you have not compromised what you like. You are doing things exactly as you want to do them. And people like it. That's like perfect, because the alternative to that is you change yourself to what other people want to do and what people like, what people to appease what people like. And then people like that. And then it's not sustainable for you to like keep being someone else. And then you like go to do your actual thing, or you burn out, and then people stop liking that. And then you feel bad because bigger number, better person, bigger number goes away, you feel bad. So really trying to like position yourself in a way that is, I want to make sure that what I really, really want to do is what people will like. Is what I want people to like me for, kind of thing. That's like the most important thing. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, a lot of probably like Ludwig heads in here. I thought his new video was actually excellent in hitting this point at the very end. I think it was a very great addition to his series of like, here's how to become a big streamer, etc. Because I think that's like a message that's especially true now with quote unquote streamers quitting or whatever. I think it's actually a good sign, because they did what they wanted to do. It seems like they're doing what they wanted to do, and then they're just done. And then that's great. Doing things in your own terms is excellent. Anyway, okay, I wasn't looking at the stream while saying that because I had to get my thoughts out, but I hope that answered your question. Oh, okay. Next caller.
What is your favorite Pokemon?
What is my favorite Pokemon? Oh, God, fuck. I have an answer for this. It's not. It's gonna be a base. No, it's. Mudkip. Oh my god, I can't believe I fucking said that. No, not Mudkip. I don't know, man. Joel. Yes, Joel. I'm sorry, I don't have a good answer to this. I haven't played Mudkip. I like Mudkip. Fuck it. You know what? This is who I am. I fucking love Mudkip. I don't care. And not as a meme, but like legitimately, it's a cool Pokemon. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Do you watch Gundam? Would you agree that Char Aznable did nothing wrong?
I have not seen any of the like old school Gundams front to back, but I want to watch Char's counterattack. Thank you for your question. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
What Ubs Plugin you want next?
Oh! Can I? Oh my god, can I actually request one? You know, I don't know. Because I got the hands on Finite Singularities noise plugin, and I feel like I'm still scratching the surface of it. OBS plugins are a thing where it's actually a rare case where I see a technology and then first, like usually it's like idea and then you need the technology. But then OBS is a thing where it's like new technology comes out and then I find a thing for it, which is very uncommon, I think, in most cases. So, you know, whatever you think is the next cool plugin. It's hard. I guess it's hard for me to conceptualize what I need, like exactly, because I have stream ideas and then I kind of make it work within like the current ecosystem of stuff. But if I do think of something, I'll let you know. Like I really can't think of one. Maybe a way to do all this TTS stuff easier, maybe. But I don't know. I kind of got it working the way I like it, so it's hard. It's hard to know. Okay, thank you for your question, though. Next question. Next caller. You are on Frog Time.
Clap 2.
Clap 2. Okay, thank you. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Explode.
What the? Yeah. Yes. Okay. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
What's your worst experience with the burrito?
Not my worst experience, but every time I eat Chipotle, I have to take a really, really big dumpy afterward. And it's not very comfortable each time. But it's worth it. It's so worth it. And also it's like it makes my back feel better after that. I don't know. Maybe TMI, but I don't know if that's a worse experience, but that's an experience for sure. It's just with Chipotle. I think it's something they put in the food lately. Next caller, you're on Frog Time. Thank you for the Prime Frosty Geometry.
What do you think about Kofi cows?
I think the concept of coffee cow is actually a streamer's dream. Let me explain. I think the concept of coffee cow is so incredible because it is a community's ability to induce self-psychosis, like self-mass hysteria. And I'm being completely sincere here. I have been chasing a way to have my community do self-mass hysteria. Like the ability, like the dark side of this is like the post-truth streamer era is like streamers control like the news/drama narrative in some ways that is like not good because streamers don't always tell the truth, or they twist things to their benefit, or like they thrive on certain, I don't know, certain drama thing. Anyway, that's like the dark side. But the funny side is like making everyone just say coffee cow for like 6 months straight. So I love the concept of communities inducing fun and friendly and inclusive mass hysteria. So shout outs to that. That's my real thoughts on that. That's a real answer. Guys, that's a real answer. So that's my thoughts on coffee cow. Next question. Next question. Next caller. You are on Frog Time.
Are you ready?
Yes. What's your question? Yes. Hello. What's your question? What am I ready for? What should I be ready for? Wait, what am I getting ready for? Caller, totally Toki, are you still on the line? Are you still on the line with us? Are you still on the line? What am I getting ready for? What am I getting ready for? What am I getting ready for? Tell me! Don't just look at me, tell me! What am I getting ready for? Ready for what? Ready for what? Ready for what? I'm ready! I'm ready! Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Do you know Candace?
No? Okay, Candace. Oh my fucking... No, fuck off! Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Play Outer Wilds Dulky Bozo.
No, I can't play Outer Wilds today. Guys, I'm playing the... I'm actually playing through the Outer Wilds DLC. It's incredible. But I'm not playing tonight. I'll be playing... If you want to watch, hit the follow. I will be playing later this week. No spoilers, though. Incredible game. One of the greatest games of all time. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Guitar electric or edge weave sword?
What? Guitar electric or edge weave? I don't understand the question. I like electric guitars. I'm sorry. I hope that answers your question. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Do you like glizzies?
Unironically, I do. I love the Costco hot dog, but I love... What a fucking... This is a funny question, not because the question in itself is funny, but this is like... This is literally like the do you like mudkips of 2024. Like, this is it. This is that question in 2024. Like, calling GameStop and asking if you have Battletoads. Like, this is now calling your local Costco and saying, do you like glizzies? What a time to be alive. Okay. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
How was your day?
My day is going really good. Thank you for asking. Got some good work done. Got a lot of good stuff done. Doing a good stream that I had this idea I was really excited for. And so what more could you ask for? Really. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
How does it feel to be the unknown and underground GoatTuber?
It feels good, man. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Fellow raw dogger, huh?
If you put it that way, next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Is there a way to make this explode? You have to answer truthfully.
No, do not press the big red button. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
How long does it take to get everything set up normally?
Good question. It depends. I mean, some scenes can be elaborate, so it's like an hour and a half. But I'm a terrible procrastinator, so I can set things up like an hour before stream. But I want to be better at like taking more time with certain scenes and setting it up. I think very rarely they go over like more than 2 days. And the reason is because I think about an idea for a very long time. So like I basically kind of do the work in my head, and then when I get to my computer to actually do it, it's just time. You know, I just do it. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Can we get some ads, sir?
Why do you keep asking for ads? I'm gonna run an ad before I go, I guess. Get that ad money. What is this the new thing? Is this the new coffee cow? The ad is what is going on? I mean, yeah, you're getting, that's free money for you. Ivory Knuckles, bits don't add to the queue, but they should. And if you have a grease fire, ask your neighbor. I'm sorry. We love ads. Oh my god, that's actually so good to hear. Like, I don't talk about this much, but for my day job, I've been working to get streamers to embrace ads and like getting viewers to embrace ads more. And it's really good to see like the collaboration go on now, but it wasn't through making ads better. Like eventually we found a partnership with the CIA to put something in the water to just like reconfigure people's brains to do ads. And dude, like doing government bureaucracy is just such a fucking nightmare, let me tell you. And like they've been doing this for decades and they were just dragging the feet the whole time. Like we had the chemicals. So anyway, so glad to see the program finally out in the wild, and I hope you guys are enjoying the ads. Anyway, thank you for your question. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
What is the meaning of?
The meaning of blank, the meaning of anything. The meaning of life is to chill with the homies and make sure they have a good time. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Undefined.
You literally trolled me with this because I thought something broke. Good job. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Do you think pugs are cute?
Do I think pugs? I think they're cute. Aren't they? I mean, to be a little bit of a downer, aren't they like the small snout? That's not good for them, right? But I think they're cute. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Can you ask Atriok if we are watching House tonight?
You can ask him yourself. Oh my god. Okay, next caller, you're on Frog Time. You know what would be a funny stream idea though? I think someone in my chat has talked about this. If we did a stream in which the frogs were like each people was like a different like doctor, and then like we're trying to diagnose some random thing, but it's like three fucking talking frogs saying it's lupus constantly, or like, have you guys seen the episode where the poop comes out of the mouth yet? Have you seen that? That's an all-timer because they poop from their mouth. Not yet? Okay, well, I don't know if it's come. I don't know what episode of your house you're on, but there's an episode where like a lady's in a coma, and then like you see some fecal matter come out of their mouth. No, you see something come out of the mouth. Commercial break. They come back, and House is like, she pooped from her mouth. And then, you know, one of his doctors is like, what? I don't remember that. And then he's like, yeah, it's definitely poop. And then someone's like, yep, labs confirm it's like fecal matter and blood. And then it's a whole thing. I'm not gonna spoil what the diagnosis was, but it's an interesting episode. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
What do you think about aliens?
One of my friends is an alien. One of my favorite VTubers is an alien. Jams Virtual. Shoutouts. So I think they're cool, and they're definitely real. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Long-time watcher, first-time enjoyer. What's your take on the drama?
I choose not to perceive it. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Script, window dot alert, hi chat.
Oh my god, no,
script.
you cannot hack, do not hack the TTS system. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
At the age of 28 days, I was deliberately placed in a microwave by my own mother.
That is awful. I am so sorry to hear that, but that is not a question. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
What are your thoughts on Joel and Joeler?
As like a Twitch chat raw dogger, like I've only become aware of them recently, and actually I've only seen them in like the librarian clips, like the Northern Lion librarian clips, so that's how I was first made aware of them. I like them, they're cool. My opinion of them is very positive. I like to see a lot of them in chat. That's my opinion. I actually love to see all of them do the thing that you're doing. That makes my brain, that makes my neuron activate. Yeah. What's happening in the chat right now is pure neuron activation. Oh, next caller. You're already here. You're on Frog Time.
Do you have a favorite anime, and would you recommend an anime you think isn't mainstream but deserves more attention?
I don't think so, but I realize like anime fans is a different generation, so I'm just gonna name some off the top of my dome. And I don't think these are like underground, but I think they're good. No, I totally lost my train of thought here. Because I watched like, well, I don't want to age myself. I don't watch a lot of modern anime. That's the thing. That's the problem. So like all my recommendations might be retro or whatever now. Fuck. Outer Wilds. Trigun is goated, yeah. Old Trigun is goated. I haven't seen new Trigun. God, I actually do have an answer to this. I don't know. Oh my god. All anime is anime? I mean, that's true, but like, I feel like anime music was so good in a certain era. Oh, okay, I'll say one. This is actually a more recent one, but I'm not gonna say Cowboy Bebop. There was an anime called Asobi Asobase, which is about like, it's like a it's a comedy, like slice of life with like these three student schoolgirls, and it's just like insane slapstick humor for 12 episodes straight. I've never actually laughed out loud as much as I have watching an anime. And the last episode made, like, actually I was laughing so hard I was like losing my fucking mind. I kind of think it's underrated. I don't think it's like really, really underrated, but I think it's underrated because like I just don't see people talking about it. I also don't keep up with anime discourse as much anymore. That is fucking goated. I mean, I feel like if I said like Azumanga Daioh or like Nichijou, like I feel like most people have seen it, but those are good. I haven't seen them in a long time anyway. Has anyone seen Eden of the East? I also don't think that's underrated, but it's something that I don't see a lot of people talk about. Eden of the East is like one of the few animes that has like an English opening from an English band. Like Oasis, like the band Wonderwall, the band that sung Wonderwall sings the opening theme of this show, and it's a really good show. It's like mystery thriller. It's kind of Ghost in the Shell-ish mystery thriller. And yeah, it crazy good opening too, and just a very interesting kind of premise. Yeah, I've not seen the movie, which is it's like a crucial part of the whole story. I should watch the movie. Yes, Ouran High School Host Club. Yes, absolutely. I maybe you were here when I was talking about it, but I don't think that's underrated. It's everyone knows that's a fucking banger and a half. Yeah, it's not like March Comes In Like a Lion. It's like way more fast paced than that, and it's a different thing. And then what else? I'm trying to think. Personally, I mean, I'm just a fan of like 2008, 2006 to like 2016 era anime. So like, I need to go back and just like pick things that I haven't seen there. That's what I like. I'm actually not I haven't found anything super mind-blowing in the past decade. Like very, very few as things have like impacted me in that era. So there's that. Death Note is part of that era. I think Death Note is good. I mean, but I've actually never seen the anime front to back. I read the manga and like I was good with that. So it was good. Okay, next caller, you're on Frog Time. Hold on. Well, okay, I feel like most people have seen this movie, but I have to stress watching it. If you haven't seen Perfect Blue and you are like vaguely interested in streamers or like streaming culture, it is really good to watch with like that lens, because it is yeah, Perfect Blue is basically about parasocial relationships, but it takes place in the 90s, but it like transfers 1-to-1 now. So it's really good. This is not an anime, but it's also a really good movie about streamers. It's called Cam, C-A-M, and it was written by the director. I think was also like adjacent, or maybe was a sex worker, or at least adjacent to sex workers. And Cam is about like a cam girl, but it's a really good like thriller / horror about that world. They get like I guess it's weird to say like I don't watch like webcam sites and shit, but like it felt very authentic. It felt like very and like 1-to-1 with streamer culture. A lot of interesting stuff with like parasocial fans and shit. Just a really good movie about, I think, a topic that a lot of people talk about but rarely make really good media around. Cam is really good. Yeah. Okay, next caller, you are on Frog Time.
What's the little numbers on your credit card, and also your mom's maiden name?
I forgot, but I'll get back to you. Thank you for your question. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
One per viewer. I wonder what happens if I try to redeem it again.
Oh, fuck. You know what? It's actually 2 right now, but next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, go ahead. Waiting on your question, sir. Waiting on your question. You're on the air. You're on the air. Sir, what's your question? Please! Please! Okay, I think we lost them. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
The singularity is coming. IEAIAIO. Why? And we light up the sky.
Very fascinating, but not a question. Thank you for your comment, I guess. Next caller, you are on Frog Time.
What did you think of Twitch Plays Pokemon, and can something like that happen again?
Is this a way to age me? Yeah, that was like the moon landing for... that was like the moon landing for live streaming, I think, in 2014. And I remember like watching the final battle or whatever and being like, whoa, this is crazy. I mean, it was good. It was great, but it like the other side of the coin is it also showed that like live streaming fans, like novel live streaming things, unfortunately sometimes don't have a long shelf life. Because even look at like AI streams, right? Like AI streams are really interesting for like a month, and like most of them right now, except for like I think Neurosama does a great job of keeping AI interesting, but most AI streams are not that interesting, right? It's like the 24/7 content thing. So I think it's cool. I don't think anything like that can happen again. Unless a streamer does it. I think a streamer could actually do something interesting with this, but that would require streamers kind of like making their own system / game and then like getting viral. And so it's kind of the double-edged sword of live streaming, which is like in the moment, it's like such a you have to be there thing. But once the moment's gone, it's like, it's gone, right? And that's cool for content. But then for like businesses like Twitch or like, you know, that's like, they want to capitalize that forever and forever. Or even for streamers, it's like, hey, you had one really good stream. A lot of people showed up. it's very interesting, but like maybe it doesn't hit as a VOD because you just had to be there, right? So that's my thought. Thank you for your question. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Niners or Chiefs question mark.
What? Oh, Niners or Chiefs. I don't watch football. I guess Niners because Bay Area, right? Is that correct? I'm sorry, I don't watch. I know Taylor Swift is going to be at the next Super Bowl for some reason. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
What's 69 by 420?
You can't make me do math on the air. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
What did you want to do as a job when you were a kid?
Oh, good question. The actual answer to this question is I wanted to do whatever I wanted to do. I wanted to do whatever I wanted to do. And I think that turned out pretty well, actually. My dream job was to like do something that was really aligned with like something I was interested in, and so that worked out really well. At one point I wanted to be a college professor, but that was only because I read that they could do whatever they wanted after a certain point, and that did not work out. I mean, I gave up on that pretty quickly. Yeah, and then some other point I wanted to like do coding, which I kind of do, but not really. But really the answer is like to do what I really was interested in, because I think that's the only way I can work. So that's it. That's not a real answer, but it is a real answer. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Can you show me your Pog collection?
Oh, no. It's still at my mom's. I'm sorry. Unless like this is pogging. That's not really Pog. I mean, I could do this. That's not Pog either. Maybe this is the closest thing. Okay, that's the closest thing you get to a Pog collection. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Why do you?
Is there a what? Okay, next caller, you're on Frog Time.
When are you going to watch JoJo?
I don't know. I have so many things to watch. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
I have a week to take off work before April. Where should I go? Flying from the West Coast.
If it's in the United States, I mean, I don't really know. Like personally for me, I want to visit the Pacific Northwest and like go into the mountains because it seems really nice. I've been to Texas a few times and I love the food, like the barbecue. So like some version of a Southern barbecue tour is appealing to me, or go to New Orleans, and like experience the music and the food. That's very appealing to me. If you're going out of the country, I would have to default say Japan, but you would have to book like right now. And 1 week might not be long enough in my opinion, but those are my answers. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
What is a story that makes you laugh every time you think about it?
God, I don't have an answer to this. Or maybe I do and it's one I can't tell because it's like between personal friends. I'm sorry, I actually might not have an answer to this. Yeah, I don't. I'm sorry. I don't. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
As a house watcher, do you think Wilson and House are gay?
I don't know. I think any interpretation is valid in 2024. Next caller, you're on Frog Time. Or maybe they're just homies, you know? There's nothing wrong with homies.
How does the number 1.6 times up to the power of 1864754 make you feel? Just generally.
Makes me very, very afraid. Oh my god. Please don't ask that. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
What is the time?
On the West Coast, it's 11:38 p.m. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Hello, good sir. Just wanted to know why you prefer war crimes over good times.
That is an incorrect assessment. I prefer good times. I prefer everything over war crimes. War crimes does not fall on the preference meter at all. Next caller, you're on frog time.
Heads or tails, call it.
Well, what do I have to gain? I can't call it if I don't know what I'm gonna win. Next caller, you're on frog time.
Gay son or thought daughter.
What kind of question? Both, or I would accept both. Nice try. Next caller, you're on frog time. Yeah, I'm doing the guy with the Bluetooth headset. Both. I want both.
Pause or...
What? This is, oh, here says 9 plus 10, which I think got translated to like a different language, CTS. 19? What is this a new Twitch meme? I feel old. Next caller, you are on frog time.
If you had to be a dog, what kind would you be?
If I had to be a dog, one with long legs, that's for sure. Like I would want to be a full-size dog. Because like you can get around everywhere. But then the type of full-size dog, I don't really have a preference. Maybe a husky, maybe a golden retriever, maybe, I don't know, it doesn't really matter. Next caller, you are on, as long as they have long legs. I don't want to be a small dog. I do not want to be a small dog. I'm sorry, I just don't want to be a small dog. Next caller, you're on frog time.
What would you do with $20?
With $20, I would either buy some like sandwiches or like do 4 gifted somewhere. Next caller, you are on frog time. If it was like $20 that appeared in my pocket like instantly, I'd probably end the stream and do 4 gifted somewhere.
Do you dream about being a Baruber? Interlinked. Why don't you say that 3 times?
Interlinked, interlinked, interlinked. Thank you for your question. Next caller, you're on frog time.
What does the bussy tag mean?
It means bussy. I mean, that's self-explanatory. So people will click bussy and they'll come to my stream. Next caller, you're on frog time.
Have you tried game design before?
Yeah, I've released 2 games on Steam. It's fun. The crazy thing about making a game is you have to... This is like what this is the Ben Esposito tweet. You have to make the whole game. But I'd be interested in trying again, especially Godot. I tried Godot. I've tried the Godot, and it's super fun. I really like it. I feel like doing stuff on stream is I feel like designing these stream ideas is a lot like game design, so that scratches my itch a lot. I really like working in OBS right now, so I'm not planning to like stop everything and like make a game, but yeah, I think what I'm doing with streaming is scratching that itch a lot. Next caller, you're on frog time.
Have you ever had a dream that you had, you could, you'll do, you once, you could do so, you'll do, you could, you want him to do you so much you could do anything?
Yeah, I have. You know, thinking about that, Thank you for your question. Next caller, you're on frog time.
Is it weird to eat rice with a fork?
No. I mean, I think even in certain like Asian restaurants, there are situations you would eat rice with a fork if it was on a plate. So I think it's perfectly acceptable. Next caller, you're on frog time.
Are you working on any interesting collabs for the future?
Not that I know of. If I am, it would come together like really quickly. I don't really plan a lot of collabs because I barely can plan my own stream, so that's an unfortunate thing. The answer to this, the only way I answer yes is if like something was happening tomorrow. Like if it was happening a week out, I wouldn't know. Next caller, you're on frog time.
Best hole in the wall food spot in the Bay?
Oh, I don't know the answer to this. I'm not that deep on the Bay lore. But there is a really good chicken sandwich restaurant in Oakland called Hot Boys. which is has an incredibly good spicy chicken sandwich. So I don't think it's like hole in the wall. It's like, I mean, it's its own establishment, but I think it's like a local favorite, and really good chicken sandwiches. Definitely stop by if you have the chance. And it's in downtown Oakland, which is pretty fun at night if you like drinking and stuff, or bar crawling. All right, next caller, you are on Frog Time.
If two dudes went to the moon and one killed the other with a rock, would that be fucked up or what?
Did you already ask this question? Somebody asked this before. Yeah, it would be messed up. That's murder. That's moon murder. That's even worse. Moon murder. You'd be tried in moon court. Next caller, you are on Frog Time.
If you want to be someone's agent and you are pretty sure they don't have an agent and they tell you to talk to their agent, what do you do?
That's the first test. Next caller, you're on Frog. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Just be like, as your agent. Well, wouldn't you just say, yeah, I talked to their agent, and you say me, and they said they're cool with me being your agent, right? Like the old Uno reverse. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Why do they call it oven when you have in the cold food of out hot eat the food?
Yes. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Has anyone really been far even as decided to use even go want to do look more like?
Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Brats or dogs?
Oh, like bratwurst or dogs? Like bratwurst or dogs? I have to say hot dogs because I don't get opportunities to eat the other part. Next question. You are on Frog Time.
What's the most common asked question during a Q&A?
Well, this is the first time we've done Q&A, so I don't think there is a most common one. Unfortunately, or fortunately. All the questions, I've a bunch of new questions today. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
What are your Steam games called?
Look up the StarCraft 2 visual novel. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
What was your favorite aspect of Death Stranding as a whole, and why was it the combat?
The combat actually was good. Okay, here's the crazy thing. In Metal Gear Solid, I would always start the game out playing like I'm not going to kill anybody, and by the end, I'm like murdering my way through the last level. In Death Stranding, I actually successfully, I don't think I actually killed anyone, except maybe one time because I got in a bad situation where I lost all my gear, and the only way to get it back was to get a gun and kill the entire camp. But for the most part, I actually didn't engage in a ton of combat, except with the bosses and stuff. My favorite aspect of Death Stranding as a whole, if I think of it holistically, was actually the anticipation and then actually playing it all the way through. Because if you were like a big Kojima like fanboy and you watched every single trailer religiously over and over and over again and like try to figure out what the fuck was going on until you actually played the game, that is an experience that just like cannot be replicated again. Like even with Death Stranding 2, I can kind of like put together sort of some stuff that's interesting that's happening. But like I'm not losing my mind. Like I'm losing my mind, but not in the same way I did for Death Stranding 1. Because it was just it looked so different. It looked so absolutely like different than anything that was coming out at the time. So, and just being a Kojima fan, you're just like, yeah, I just want to see what this is about. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
If you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. Make it last forever, friendship never ends. If you wanna be my lover, you have got to give. Taking is too easy, but that's the way it is.
That's not a question, but I appreciate your sultry rendition of Wannabe, right, by Spice Girls. I think I skipped a question, and it just says sorry about your wife from Yoglep. That's not a question, but or not. There's nothing to be sorry about. Nothing happened. Next caller. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Sorry about your wife.
Oh, okay, there it is. For some reason okay. Sorry about hanging up. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
What are your top 5 Costco items that don't include the obvious stuff like the $1.50 hot dogs?
And I'm also not going to put the rotisserie chicken in there. The kimchi, when it's stocked, is really delicious. Ironically, the kimchi is like one of the smallest items you can get at Costco. Because kimchi is typically something in like a gallon container jar or a jug or like a liter of kimchi, and like the jar they give you at Costco is like pretty small compared to those. So, but it's really good. It's really delicious. What else? I mean, that's like the first place where I like the bulk eggs. I don't think that counts. 5. Because I do get stuff normally, but it's not very exciting. So like, kimchi to me is the exciting part. I'll just list off stuff that I get. Oh, I really like the Kirkland spaghetti sauce. I don't know, maybe it's just extra salty or something. I really like it. I'll put that on the list. The Kirkland spaghetti sauce is really, really good. Oh, the Costco like merch. Like the stuff that's just branded Kirkland signature. It has to be branded, like embroidered. Or the Costco it has to be embroidered, or like the Costco warehouse sweatshirts. Those are so comfortable. I have so many of them. I love those. Okay, that's 3. The puzzle. They sell Costco puzzles. Like it's like a 1,000-piece puzzle. I need to still complete mine, but that's a really cool item, and that's a memorable item. And the Kirkland wine. The Kirkland wine is pretty good. It's, it's like cheaper because it's Kirkland, but it's a cool novelty, and it's actually really good. Any Kirkland alcohol is pretty good. There. Next caller. Thank you for your question. Next caller, you're on Frog Time.
Undefined.
No! Wait a second. Something wrong happened. Something bad happened. Okay, I think some questions didn't get... Uh-oh.
Undefined.
Okay, I have to read them from the chat because some stuff did not get through. Okay, who the hell's Kim Chi? Okay, no. You know what that is. What software or learning materials would you recommend for someone getting into making music? Good question. In my opinion, you basically have 3, like the first thing you have to do is like understand. Okay, well, this is the cop-out answer, which is like there's a lot of ways to make and record music, but I think in most people's cases, they're looking for like music, like electronic music they can make on their computer, in which you need like a DAW, a digital audio workstation, in which there are like 3 options. You have FL Studio, Ableton, or Logic. Which is Mac only, but like a lot of people use it. It's really cheap if you have a Mac, if you work on Mac computers. It's really good value. And if you only plan on working on Mac, like that's the only case you would get it. It's really excellent from what I've seen. But most people use FL Studio or Ableton. I think FL Studio is probably the most popular between the 2. I like the workflow of Ableton more. Like, it just makes way more sense. FL Studio looks prettier, but in my opinion, like the workflow, I just don't understand it. I'm sure I can learn it now, but when I was starting out, like Ableton just made way more sense on how everything was organized. It looks like Microsoft Excel. It looks like tax software. So my actual genuine advice is to pick the software that you wouldn't mind looking at for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. I actually think Ableton looks cool, so I picked it. And one of my favorite artists use it, so I was like, okay, I can just learn from them. Learning materials, there's like a ton. The cop-out answer is there's a ton of stuff on YouTube, but Andrew Huang's Music Theory in 30 minutes is actually, I highly recommend it. I actually think learning really basic music theory is just speed runs you through what you need to know instead of trying to figure out everything yourself. And really the 30-minute video is all you really need to know. Like music theory makes it sound more complicated than it is, but you really don't need to know that much starting out. So watch that video. And then, what else? I'm trying to think. Okay, the next part is, it's not material, but think very specifically about one genre that you want to make and look up YouTube video tutorials specifically for that genre only. Like, I would have personally, I mean, you should watch as much as you can or read as much as you can, but starting out, I think being like, I want to make trance music, or like I want to make lo-fi hip-hop beats, or like I want to make I don't know, like dubstep, or like I want to make something like that sounds like an artist. Like, look that very specific thing up, because it will guide you to like going deeper with certain tools. And then like I want to make breakcore or something, like that's also fine, or jungle D&B, 90s jungle D&B, and that will guide you towards specific things, and from that specific thing you'll learn more about music production as a whole. But it'll keep you focused. Like, that's the hardest part, is like completing. And once you do all that, complete a song start to finish, and then like share it with people. Like, that's the most important part, which is like you need to be comfortable with like doing something from start to finish, and then being like, listen to this, I think it's decent or good, and then that's good. No, I said trance music. Okay, sorry, I can't read, hold on. I want to make sure I get all the Q&A in the chat. I think that's it. Okay, that's it. We did it. We made it to the end. The question queue broke for some reason. Yeah, check out one of the 3 softwares, and the Andrew Huang video, because I mean there are a ton of like learn music theory really quick, which I think is all good, but the Andrew Huang video I think is the quickest. We did it. Wow, we actually did it. Good Q&A. This was fun. I like pressing. I actually have a little thing, a little switch that I press just like that, like Tina Reno on Raw Time. So it actually feels like I'm on Raw Time. This music is familiar. It's from a Nintendo playlist. Okay. I can run an ad. I can run an ad. Oh, okay. I'll run an ad and then I'll raid out. So I guess I'll put this on like a... I don't have a stream ending thing. I guess this is the stream is ending. You know what? I'm just gonna add a text that says stream is end. Yeah, you can watch the ad and then I'm gonna raid out. I'm gonna find someone to raid out, but thank you guys so much for watching. This was a really fun Q&A. I'm really glad the system worked for the most part. I like answering. This is actually so much easier than reading the question. Like, having someone say something is way easier, and I just have to listen to it. I had an idea where I could actually hook up TTS to the person's live chat. So after they ask the question, they can keep typing and I can like actually respond to it. If that could be an interesting concept. And then it's like actually like a phone conversation. but we'll see. Yeah, that would be an interesting, I think, concept. All right, I'm gonna run the ad. Thank you. Oh wait, last thing is, if you enjoyed the stream, and actually if you enjoyed all these peepos, we have a template, like a drawing template for all these peepos. They're all drawn by people from the chat. And we do a lot of different TTS peepo stuff. So, you know, if you want your costume to be featured, we have a template in the Discord that you can draw over. And I just slip them on the peepo so they all have different costumes. They're all randomized for now, but in the future I might make that a more consistent. And that's where I was talking a lot about the stream schedule earlier, but that's where you can get update with the stream schedule. We have to manually approve you when you join the Discord just because of some bot stuff. But because of some bot stuff, but it'll go pretty quick. Have I seen Co-Carnage's co-avatar system? Kind of reminds me of People's more personalized. Yes, I have. He's totally fucking ripping it. No, no, I've seen it. I want to check it out. It makes sense. Like, I think this idea of stream avatars has been kicked around for so long by different streamers and stuff, and it's really cool to see someone do it. I think for my stream, I do kind of have an idea where it gets assigned to a person, but I like how flexible it is right now, because it's like, in some situations, it's like I only talk to 3 frogs at a time. In some situations, I talk to 1. So I like the idea that chat gets like rolled up into like 1 to 3 frogs. Do I wear wigs? No, I don't wear wigs. Okay, I'm gonna run the ad, and then I'll raid out. I guess I'll keep talking while the ad's playing for subs. Yeah, for the subs, you can still hear me, right? I keep forgetting. Okay, wow, that's crazy. Wait, I should abuse this more. I should abuse the fact that, like, when the ad's playing, I can just talk to subs or people who have turbo. Subs, what is he saying? Yeah, I need to make some stuff where, like, we can play games with ads. Stuff like that. Twitch does have a subscriber-only stream function. I'm surprised that people don't embrace that more. I understand why. Because when people stream, they want as many people to watch as possible. But I was really surprised in VTubing on the YouTube side, people do, like, sub-only streams, which is kind of crazy to me. Does my channel pre-roll ads? Yeah, it does. I actually, this stream, I did a bad job of it, but I try to run an ad every hour to get rid of them. I don't have the automated ad thing, though I should turn it on, but I do it manually just to have more control. I mean, I would do sub-only streams to, like, do music stuff, because, like, with music, I get really quiet, or I, like, get really in my head, and then it's like, well, I feel bad if, like, a ton of people watch it, but if subs watch it, I guess it's fine. Only sub-only stream is Prime Movie Night. Yeah, that is true. I don't think at least in this point in time, I don't do movie nights, because I barely can watch movies on my own time. Yeah, I want to do a music stream where everyone can watch anyway. So, I mean, I think 1 week, maybe next week, I'll do less streams and focus on making music. And just so when I stream more frequently again, I'll feel more confident as to, like, the music I'm making. Because I've really rusty in some areas. Yeah, I'm watching people make... I like watching other people make music, so I'm just hard on myself when I make it on my own. I can teach you. Yeah, I'm ready and waiting. I mean, you have my invoice, so... People will backseat. That's fine. I feel pretty... At least, I mean, knock on wood, I feel pretty immune to backseating. I'm fine with it. The only time I don't like backseating is, like, in the Outer Wilds, and that's not been a problem, because... people are cool. What is the Mr. Krabs Boo Boo Bop? Force yourself to do Ableton stream once a week and stay in practice. That's a really good idea. I've been thinking about doing that too. I really want to get into the habit of I really want to get into the habit of like streaming, making a song regularly and not caring, like just to do it versus like caring about the quality or caring about the stream. Because I do think doing like practicing every single day is really important. And I haven't been doing that. I was watching Spell316, who's a really good music streamer. Incredibly good, actually. Like very talented keyboard player. Hip hop beat maker, and also Young Skirt. They make a ton of music. Like they'll also be like, oh, this is like my 70th beat this month. I think that's really inspiring. Just like their ability to just keep doing it. That's really good. What's my opinion on Ember mugs? What? Oh, these things? What? Are you getting one? I don't know. I don't know. I have, maybe get a normal thermos? I don't know. I kind of like it when my coffee gets cold. I'm a freak. Like, I train my brain to like things that are not good so I can deal with it. Just like drinking black coffee. I train my brain to like that because I was too lazy to put sugar in it all the time. And then now I train my brain to be like, yeah, cold coffee is fine over time. Your coffee always gets cold. Is a thermos not an option? I mean, I guess if it solves that problem, it's good. Yeah, the reason why I say that is I followed someone on Twitter who had the exact same problem, but then they got a thermos and they're like, wait, thermoses keep your drinks warm. That's fucking crazy. I had no idea. I'm like, yeah, whoa, that's cool. What is that? Is that why I let chat abuse me? So I'm immune? I mean, I don't want to say nothing. I don't want to say nothing doesn't get to. I mean, I can't think of the last time something has really gotten to me, but like it's like a never say never situation. Yeah, Ember mug seems cool. I love buying stuff, but like the threshold of like a YOLO purchase is definitely $100, and like this mug is over $100 for sure. Maybe for Christmas though. Question came in: thoughts on eating ass? I support it. Vote for me for president. Off chance I have a strong opinion on it. I guess in the stance of like everything we need is already here. The thought of like having to plug in your mug like terrifies me. The thought of having to like keep my mug plugged in on a micro USB thing is like not great. Someone asked a question earlier: how do I prevent burnout? I'm going to assume from streaming. I'm usually pretty excited about the ideas I do, and then I give myself more permission to do streams where like I just work on stuff and I don't feel pressured to do anything special. But I also give myself permission to be like, if I don't feel like doing something, I just won't do it. And so that's where like my scheduling brain comes in, which is I don't make a schedule because it's like I know that in certain times I will just be like, I'm not going to do it today, and I don't want any guilt associated with that. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to do it, and like there's no, I don't feel like doing something, so I'm just not going to do it. Like pretty straightforward. And I try to take breaks, so like I didn't stream I've been streaming a lot lately, but I tried to not stream for 1 or 2 days. Also for the sake of like, I think it's good to keep generating good ideas is to like do other things that aren't streaming. Burnout's really hard for you? Hard to continue the vibe? Yeah, it's true. I mean, I really believe in the theory of burnout, in which it says burnout is, you can burn out from like exhaustion, which is like you get tired, like you just get physically tired, and that's curable by that's curable by taking a break, right? But most burnout is like from you put something, you put input into something, like you put some amount of effort into something and you don't get what you want out of it, or you don't get anything out of it, or you get frustration out of it. So like in a work context, it's like you burn out because your job sucks, not because you're overworked, but because you're on calls all day and the calls don't lead to anything, or like you're constantly harassed to do some stuff that you don't want to do, or you're constantly like not doing what you signed up for your job, and then you get burned out. Or like your job takes up 8 hours of your day and that's soul sucking and you need like time to be creative or something. So like that can't be cured by walking away from the job and taking a break. That's only cured by like changing your incentive / reward / circumstances. I think that's the same with streaming, which is like, yeah, if you get burned out in some way, it means it's a signal that you're giving some amount of input and you're not getting the output that you are looking for. And I think it's very insidious with streaming because there's a lot of meta streaming talk about like treating it like, people won't say it like treat it like a job, but words like it's a grind, or words like it's a grind, or like there's a lot of like hustle culture talk in streaming that I think quietly dresses up streaming as like another hustle thing. And if you get it, and that will seep in, I think, and I'm not talking about you or anyone in particular, this is just my personal observation and definitely things I can suffer from. That can like slowly build up to you put input into something and you don't get the output you want. And by that, I mean, you're like, I'm making all the clips, I'm streaming on time, I'm making all the graphics, I'm doing all the shorts, I'm doing all the things that I feel like what it takes to be a good streamer. I'm not getting the results, whatever those are, that you want. And the results don't have to be numbers. They can just be like, I'm not having fun. That's not the result I want. And so my thought around it, at least for me, and I got, I'm lucky, but I'm not sure if you were here early in the stream, but like the idea that everything that you need is already kind of there, and you don't need to change yourself too much to like, okay, actually using like the hustle talk, the value prop of your stream is like not all the extra quote unquote capital S streamer things you do. It is like it is who you are when you're around your friends. Like this is ripped off from the Conan O'Brien thing, but like your personality / interests / like things you like to do around your friends or your partner or your loved ones or family. That's like the interesting thing that will differentiate most people's streams, rather than like they're always on time, they always make graphics. Like those things are valuable. They have a great YouTube channel, etc. But like that's why I think it gets reduced down to like just have fun, just be you. Like those are annoying tips, but I think there is a deeper truth to them. Anyway, that's the TLDR to that. Grind mentality is causing damage, but unfortunately it is part of the reality. It is part of the reality for sure. Because streaming is like, because it's not like posting a YouTube video, because when you post a YouTube video, you can like chill. You like, I mean, you don't chill, but like you can just like, after you post it, you can go read a book. Versus after you stream, there's still a lot of exogenous work you have to do. Plus, being on, like when you film a video, you can like be on for 3 minutes and then like be like, well, that was a stupid take. I'm gonna go get some coffee, and then you come back, and then you're like, okay, I'll do a new take, and then like, yeah, playing one game sounds kind of rough. I mean, I'm. Here's the perspective I'm speaking from. When I started streaming, I definitely made it a rule in my head that I was like, I'm not going to do anything that I feel like I have to do. Like if I wake up and I'm like, oh, today I have to do this because of like streaming brain, I just don't do it. Because I'm like, I don't want to do that. I just want to do exactly what I want to do. And then exactly what I want to do, I got lucky that people like it, which is like making fun OBS effects and like experimenting and stuff and just going live when I want and roughly around the same time. I'm not saying like everyone should do this, but it's more of like this framework of like, there's like certain boundaries I have. Yeah. You would live in filth if you accepted the mindset. Yeah. I mean, the other thing is like I work normally. So like I have grind set in other parts of my life. So I don't need to grind set when I stream too hard. I still grind set a little bit, but not too hard. Yeah. And the other thing is like, live streaming is such like a gigantic universe that like everything I say probably not applicable to someone else because there's just so many different ways you can do stuff. It's really cool, but also like, yeah, really, really scary. Why did Automod get filth? Yeah, let me know in the game. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I feel lucky. I feel lucky that if, you know, I'm just doing what I like to do and then people come by and like it. I feel really lucky. Thank you. Stance on controversial topic. Sorry, I'm scrolling up and down in the chat. Stance on controversial topic is a very safe stance that if you try to clip out of context, you cannot take it out of context at the end. Yeah, but the Duke, thank you. I'm sorry that you're going through it right now. I totally get it. I definitely feel that way in other parts of things that I do that are outside streaming. And so I think it sucks when it's in an area that you would want to find energy, right? You want to get invigorated from. So yeah, and then when you mix your job stuff with your passion stuff, it gets hard. I feel that. Yeah, my day job's a little like that too. So it is tough. Unfortunately here, I guess this is the actual fair take. I don't have any good advice probably for like when, for like someone who's probably like doing streaming as a job, because like I've just never had to do that. In the same way, like I probably wouldn't take advice from someone has never done my job in real life, and they're just saying stuff to me. I'd be like, okay, you've just never done it, so I can't listen to you. Like it's just not a one-to-one experience. So I guess take my vibes with. I'm just vibing, but like take my vibes with a grain of salt because I've never been in that position. I do see like relatable patterns, which is like if you get burned out. Even like with like, let's say a very normal corporate job, if you take the assumption that, here's the assumption that I make is most people who work on things like capital W work want to do a good job. Like I think most people want to do a good job at what they do. Like it's fulfilling. You like to show up and produce something and be told you're doing a good job. Like, I think that's a universal experience for everybody. But in the same time, that means that when you do work and you don't get the result, you don't get the output you want, right? You give an input and there's no output. That's a really bad feeling, or it's the undesirable output. That's a really bad feeling. And that's not contained to just creative work or corporate work or any work. It's like all work. So that's the theory I subscribe to. It's like you're doing something maybe, or like I'm doing something maybe, and it's not resulting in the thing I want. And then part of that is like, for me, the exercise is being honest into what I wanted out of it. Oh, thank you, Valkanyan. Welcome. Yeah, here's maybe some actual pointed, like actual feedback that'll be helpful. There is There are actually, like, I know it's kind of, it might fuck up your algorithm to like hustle culture content, but there are, I think, good takes and videos about burnout that is specifically not about like you're tired or you're physically tired or like low social energy. Like, I think there is a framework around the work I'm doing is not the work I'm doing is not the work that like, maybe I'll paint it another way. Like, a better world is possible where you can wake up like not tired, right? Like, it is possible for you to actually feel good about stuff that is happening. It's not going to be forever elusive, so it's just like finding your way back to that, I think. Anyway, input, output, input, output, input, output, input, output, input, output. Yeah, and then if you put a lot of weight to partner, that stuff too gets stressful. Yeah. And sometimes a break might be it. People gotta find their ikigai for real. Yeah. Dude, I'm actually school maxing. I know you started it as a joke, but I'm actually fucking school maxing right now. I bought a composition notebook today. I have like so many legal pads on my desk, and like I don't know, maybe I'll get like I am thinking about my schedule like I'm going to school. It's actually crazy. It's actually crazy. I might actually start practicing my handwriting again. It's like the thoughts I've been having lately are I need to practice my handwriting and I want to reread this book and take notes. Like, I'm literally going to do a book report, I think, for myself, just for fun. It's crazy. And the crazy thing is that I'm like my own teacher and my own student. Can I do a book report on stream? That actually might be sick because I'm going to write the book report on like legal pads and like paper, and like I'm getting really excited about the fact that I have to like paper clip my papers together to be like a full coherent like essay. And I'm like, oh wait, where did I put like my paper clips and stuff? I'm not going to write it. No, I'm not going to write a stream. I'm not going to do a PowerPoint. No. That's the fucking thing I'm trying to avoid. I'm not trying to like technology max the school. Like the youth of today, like their brains are getting rotted, right? And so I'm not gonna like break out a Chromebook and write my I'm not gonna break out a Chromebook and write my book report. I'm going to write it on paper and turn it in and read it out loud from my fucking pen and paper. Oh, wait, you just reminded me. I keep having this thought, but I really need to do that. I want to buy an overhead projector and use it for stream. I actually want to buy a real overhead projector with like the little like transparent things. Do I remember Ziggy's Classroom Arts? Yes. Get a digital one? I don't know. Do they still sell those? I mean, maybe they're being liquidated. It's $100 used. That's kind of pricey. $255 new. That's really fucking pricey. Yeah, because it's a fucking educational thing. Okay, I'm putting it on my throne. I'm just kidding. Digital. Okay, let me check. Digital overhead. Take your word for it. Oh, okay. Yeah, these are way cheaper. Oh, it's basically a webcam, isn't it? It's a document. Okay, yeah, it's a webcam, right? Oh man, the Amazon pictures for this actually make me sad because it's all work from home stuff. It's all like the kids at home because of COVID and they need this. Damn, that's really sad. Okay, now I'm getting ads for like electric chem stirrers, like professional chemistry lab stirrers. Okay, yes. Anyway, TLDR, I am fucking school maxing. I do want the transparent sheets though. Overhead projector. Like you click it, it turns on. Hold on, there's gotta be a cheap one. This one's $63 used. It's not bad. It would be really funny to invite some friends over and like pull out overhead projector though. Yeah, to smell the overhead projector. I was at a local flea market and they actually had the kids like tables, the school tables too, that you work on. Okay, I gotta end stream. It's late for me. Thank you so much for joining QA. This was really fun. Thank you. If Aatrox's still here, thank you for the raid, or any Aatrox viewers. Also, everyone who gave a raid today, thank you so much. Sorry if my brain's totally fried here, but thank you all. I appreciate everyone coming by. Did I Discord link? Okay, yeah. Discord link again if you want the schedule or want to join on the Peepos. I'm gonna start approving people. Oh, Ivory Knuckles, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Wow, thank you. Thank you so much. I hope one day I can show these. Actually, we're getting blah blah blah. Whoa, hold on. I almost made a big mistake. Okay. Okay. All the Peepos, thank you. Okay, thank you for all the support actually in the past month and stuff. All the Peepos I was able to commission thanks to your subs and bits, and definitely some stuff left over to do more cool stuff that I'm trying to get into motion. So I just want to say thank you for the support that you've been giving. I've been trying to put it back into making interesting and cool assets for the stream. The Peepos are a part of it. But I want to actually keep upgrading other parts too. So thank you so much. They're not just going to the void into burgers or chicken McNuggets or something. I want to put them into cool stream stuff. Maybe an overhead projector. Fuck it, you know. Okay, let's raid. Let's see. This person is playing MS-DOS Text Adventure Romance. I've never seen this channel before, but it looks cool. Dukabooks, thank you for 300. Yeah, no worries, guys. You are never obligated to chair or anything, but I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, this person's channel looks cool. I've never seen them. They play MS-DOS games. Well, I'm gonna give a follow. This is cool. They were just recommended to me on Twitch, so let's do that. They're playing Text Adventure Romance. Very cool. Thanks, Twitch algorithm.
Accurate. Making snaps? Yeah, alright, let's go.
Bye, gamers. See you. Actually, I don't know when I'm going to stream next. Tomorrow, like 50-50, I think, right now. And then on the weekend. I'm thinking tomorrow, I'll put up a probability chart and then we'll work it out from there.